All right, there we go. That should be good right there. This will be fun, I think. I want to see. There's some surprisingly easy to translate into a fighting game kits that we can take a look at here, right, for the EX characters. Let me just do this real quick, don't mind me. Kill that guy. That's right. Move this guy over here, yep. Once again. It's that good old same old. I do think there's gonna be a little bit of fuckery with my controller. In the sense that I think it might send commands to both video games at the same time, but we'll see. Howdy Brick Latifah. Welcome. Need EX Galleon that's pure zoner? Yeah, so, alright, how do I do this? So I wanna, will you ever play Guilty Gear on stream? I did a little bit, I played a little bit of Guilty Gear a few months ago. Yeah, it didn't really hold me for that long, personally, but who knows? Wasn't there like some huge announcement on like a 2.0 or something? It's like Guilty Gear Strive 2. I still need to keep up. I still need to review everything that happened at EVO that didn't have anything to do with Granblue because I was too locked in on Granblue the whole time. I've seen some Tokon stuff now at this point, but I'm still very out of the loop on everything else. Lucy comes out soon. That's true. The theme will make me cry. What am I doing here, man? I am getting EX characters on screen for us to talk about. 2.0 with Robo, Kai, and Jam. What a time to be alive. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, fellas. Here's what we're gonna do. EX characters are a thing. They're a very cool thing. I'm a big fan. And, I mean, I guess we haven't gotten any straight confirmation of this, but I would expect that, you know, with the Wilnas patch, we got EX Gran, EX Djeeta, EX Narmaya, right? I would expect we're going to get more EX characters coming, you know, maybe if not in every patch, at least maybe like every other patch, something like that. I would expect these are not going to be the only 3 characters that we ever get EXs for, right? But there's something interesting here with these EX characters that a lot of people have noticed already that I think we can kind of try to use to theorize what the other EX characters that might be coming might look like. At least the ones that are in Granblue Fantasy Relink right now, right? And that is the hint there, right? Is that a lot of these characters have animations and moves, like their new specials and all of this, kind of come from how the characters play in Relink a little bit, right? So, for example, right, we have EX Granule right here, right? I have Relink open on the other. Yeah, so that's a little it's a little fucked up because that's Rising is gonna be receiving the controller inputs in the background at the same time. Yeah, he is currently, he just threw Djeeta right there, you heard it. So, you know, ignore Gran kind of overlapping on that, but how do I want to get over here to the Relink equivalent of training mode. If you don't know what Relink is, by the way, it's like, I don't even know, Granblue Monster Hunter? Granblue Monster Hunter, kind of? Somewhere between Monster Hunter and like Final Fantasy, I always forget which one's the MMO, 15? 15? 16? 15? So he just whiffed his throw right there. But yeah, so, yo, Brick, how you doing? Got some crazy new Wilnas tech today? Oh boy, bro, he doesn't need more crazy tech. My god. Okay, you can switch characters in this training mode, right? We need more Relink. I would agree. Yes. Oh, I don't want to be Vaseraga. We could talk about Vaseraga, but I do want to get Gran on here first. So I guess you have to quit training. Crazy good anti-air mid-screen combo with a lot of reward potential. I mean, Wilnas doing high damage in the mid-screen. Say it ain't so. Let's swap out to Gran here because I think it's to be one thing. Gran and Djeeta are the same thing, right? In the gacha generally. Oh, I just left training mode in Granblue. But Gran and Djeeta are the same thing in Relink as they are in the gacha and stuff like that too, right? It's only Rising that really separated them. Oh my god, I almost bought the battle pass. Okay, maybe I have to be a little bit more. How do I stop Rising from doing this? Hold on. I almost bought the battle pass while I was alt-tabbed. Is there a way to, like, stop this shit from... to, like, unfocus? You get either save jump, camera mix-up, EX DP into Super Link for 10k from an anti-air, mid-screen, Vane 2.0. Yeah, I mean, I think I found 10k on him earlier, but I don't know if it had that many... if it had that many other options, too. Wait, can I get this thing to stop? I need you to, like... I need you to, like, not... Relink? Save data link? What the hell? I need you to chill. I need it to, like, not detect my controller. Because apparently I accidentally almost bought the battle pass. You know what? It's fine. We'll just head back in here. I don't think the same thing happens with Relink, right? I don't think Relink is receiving the Rising controls, so whatever. I just gotta be very careful. I gotta remember that I'm you know, actively giving the commands to Versus. I can send it if you want or another time. You can send it, but not right now. Like, well, when we're done with this, we might even play some more Wilnas, depending on how long this takes. I'm interested in any Wilnas tech. That's my co-main, I think. That character's fun as fuck. Maybe needs some slight nerfs, but... Okay, so... Just calm down, Rising. Right? So I wanted to point out... Okay. Yeah, get out of there. I wanted to point out the skills that Sir Granathan has here, right? To kind of show... Okay, Rising's still chilling, right? So, Armor Break, right? You may recognize this. What kind of nerfs do you think Wilnas needs? I'm not sure. He just seems to have a little too much. Like, a lot of people have mentioned him having a meterless DP. Feels a little bit funny, especially considering he's got the Guilty Gear 6P. Hadron feels a little bit too unpunishable. I don't know. Maybe he's not as good as I think he is, but even if he's not like a top 5 character, I think he's just a little belligerent in some ways that maybe aren't super healthy. But you'll notice, Armor Break, right? This lunging attack, where obviously this inflicts defense down on foe, and there's gonna be a lot of like MMO-style effects in here that didn't make it over. But Armor Break, that's this right here, right? This is that move that they gave to EX Gran, where he gets the special cancels off it. Now, again, of course, those special cancels, that's not something you can really figure out, right? But again, like... They're pulling from these. I mean, to be fair, Relink is pulling from the gacha. Everything's pulling from the gacha. But they are functioning pretty similarly to how it functions. Yeah, I mean, even that. Look at that, right? Like even the animations. Overdrive Surge is the move he's always had. This sort of double kick is the exact animation that it has in Relink as well, right? Of course, he also has healing. That's probably not really going to be a thing. But you see Decimate in here too, right? And it looks exactly the same, right? The animations, they're pulling directly from the Relink animations here, right? Decimate, if you don't know on EX Gran, is this thing, right? And you might notice that it looks exactly the same as it does in Relink, right? So, I think it would be kind of interesting, to take a look at some other characters that are in Relink that currently are also in Rising that don't have EX versions of their moves, and try to theorize what they could kind of do with them, right? I mean, we could do it. I don't think. Oh, I might not have Narmaya. I think I don't have Narmaya in Relink, but a lot of the flippy dippy and like, you know, all of that is also very similar to what Narmaya's kit currently has, right? So I know a lot of people were talking about EX Charlotta, right? They wanted EX Charlotta. Let me see if I can leave training mode here without Rising shitting its pants, right? So if we grab again. Yeah, it's got to micromanage Rising a little bit because it's taking the inputs when I don't want it to. And I don't want to accidentally leave training mode and have any fuck shit happen. Right? So if we grab Charlotta here, look at her. She's just a little guy, man. Just a tiny baby little guy. 214X is the most busted ass special move ever, and this comes from a Wilnas main. I don't think the knees are good. I think the knees, they're, you know, it's good, but it definitely is like punishable on reaction with a meterless DP or a spot dodge or something like that, right? Maybe not spot dodge might be hard on 214H, but meterless DPs are pretty good against it for sure. Right? So Charlotta in Relink, the way that she works. So obviously she's spamming. She does her thing. But the big thing with Charlotta in Relink, as far as I'm aware, anyway, is she has a move that gives her. Oh, what's happening? It's combo trials. Excuse me. Oh, this is punish trials. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Charlotta has a couple of, so not all of these specials are going to necessarily be, you know, like what ends up going into, obviously there's like 8 skills here, right? And not all of them are necessarily, I mean, this is just what she has right now, though it's a lot more, right? It's a lot more. But this is the kind of big gimmick that Charlotta has here. I don't know if you can translate this over to a fighting game. right? You see, I don't know if you guys can, hopefully that font is big enough. It just says grants invincibility to Charlotta. She just, like, doesn't take damage for some amount of time. Maybe, EX Charlotta could be some kind of character who gets, you know, some version of, like, hyper armor on some of her moves or something like that to make her even more, like, you know, even more belligerent or ignorant than she currently is, right? Like a Soul Forge style of thing, right? These are some of these support ones, like buffs and debuffs. I mean, I wouldn't expect them to be too much different, right? Again, this is, I mean, an attack, like some sort of attack buff that she loses when taking damage is interesting, but she also gets a parry here too, right? And then Holy Ladder in this one is a fireball, actually, right? She has ranged attacks here. You can look at the little animations there, right? So there's a lot of different special moves they could pull from here. This damage reduction as well. I do wonder if they might, like, if they could do some sort of. Now that I'm looking at how many different buffs and stuff like that she has. Yeah, I mean, she is also, there's some Akuma similarity there. We call her move Demon Flip. Give her some kind of air fireball. That'd be interesting. But I do wonder if there could be some sort of, like, you know, buff, debuff based Charlotta for her EX or something like that, you know? Where, like, she needs time in neutral, but she can set up all this crazy shit, you know? She can set up, like, hyper armor and a damage buff and a defense buff and stuff like that. And maybe, you know, maybe it would go away after she used a certain special move or something like that, right? Or maybe it would go away after, like, her 5U could be one of these like charging in kind of moves, right? She could get a parry too, like a much more kind of, I guess, almost like a set play based Charlotta. Because again, I mean, I do want to point out that from what we've seen so far, like nothing, I don't think anything is really off the table. This lady in particular, I think, shows us that nothing is like super off the table with these EX characters, right? Narmaya just isn't a stance swap character anymore, right? They took Narmaya from being like this, like stance swap character to, I don't even know, like this, like mid-screen, like near almost style character who like damn near doesn't even want to be in the corner. Like she does like the same amount of damage in the mid-screen as she does in the corner, right? So they've completely switched Narmaya up from like the base up, right? Their normals are the same, but like the unique things about them, especially once you get into characters that have like 5Us that are more intertwined with their kits and things like this, it is fully, it's fully on the table to be like anything, right? They can rework them in, I guess, any way that they see fit. So like a more set play based Charlotta who has, you know, like buffs and debuffs or something like that, or mostly buffs on the Charlotta to be fair, right? Like if she gets a knockdown, she can set up like hyper armor on the next move or something like that. Or if she gets a knockdown, she can set up like a damage buff that goes away the next time she gets hit. You know, very momentum based kind of thing, right? Like just kind of, she needs time to do these. This is gonna be like, you know, this invincibility or something. She needs time to do these. But like once she sets them up, then she becomes like pretty fucking insane, right? Maybe you give her, yeah, some kind of like air fireball like this too. I don't even know, right? Maybe have her, it can knock you down from full screen, and then she gets the ability to set up some of her bullshit. I don't know, right? A parry as well. It is like a more kind of defensive based, like a real parry, because her parry currently kind of sucks ass, right? Like a more defensive based Charlotta until she gets her buffs up, and then she runs in and becomes even more gorilla than current Charlotta is. Right, so it might be something like that, right? Like there's a wide variety. Excuse me, Djeeta. There's a wide variety of things to pull from, right? Like Charlotta is one thing, but then we can also talk about, for example, right? There's a lot of characters. This is a fellow that I played when I went through Relink, right? And he is very, very interesting in how he functions, right? What's going on over here? Rising keeps dying. I guess I switched the music somehow. Don't worry about that. But Vaseraga, right, is another one who could be very interesting because, all right, now here's the thing, right? His sort of primary gimmick in this video game is as he builds up, as he like does more attacks, more special moves, things like this, he builds up this gauge, right? He has all these charge attacks, right, that do like way more damage, and you can see he builds up this gauge kind of as he goes. Right, gauge up, and then it gives him super armor when it's a little bit built up. Then it gives him some extra defense, and then finally, like as you get very high up, it gives him like a shit ton of extra attack as well. Right, so the super armor is already like he's already similar-ish in how he currently exists. If we start talking about Vaseraga, obviously Vas in Rising right now, he hits 5U, he gets this Soul Forge, right, and it gives him 3 hits of armor or 2 hits of armor on his special moves until this gauge goes away, right? Now, this kind of special moves increase gauge, 5U, the huge attack. Yeah, like, this kind of more momentum-based Vaseraga, where he does, it's like, you know, kind of the opposite of what you're talking about, where, you know, turn Charlotta into this character that gets the knockdown and then does this. Instead, maybe it's just, like, the longer that Vaseraga goes without, like, holding the back button or something like that. I don't know, right? Or, like, the more special moves that he kind of chains back to back to back, and maybe after a certain timer it resets or something like that. He gets this, like, stacking gauge, right? And potentially as well, there's a lot of very interesting skills on this fella. Again, very similar to how they took a lot of the skills off of the reeling characters for EX Gran and Djeeta and Narmaya, right? The more heavy attacks he hits, he stacks more damage, maybe, right? Again, like having Voss be this kind of like mounting destruction, which is kind of like, it's sort of what Voss is right now, right? Don't get it. Like Vaseraga as of right now, basically, he is very momentum based, but it's much more all or nothing, right? Like it's like, you know, Voss he's doing his thing, but then, like, as soon as he hits this button, right, then things really change up. And, like, as he gets knocked down, things get worse and worse and worse for you when he sets up just the worst situation imaginable, right? Having it be a more gradual gain of things, you know, whether it's a little bit of super armor and then a little, like, you know, one hit of armor on some of his moves, followed by, like, a little bit of damage reduction, followed by a little bit of attack, right? He has a lifesteal special here. Now, I don't know about this. I'm very hesitant to give any kind of healing, but this is like, it's one of those things where like he's completely stationary and presumably in a fighting game he couldn't block while he was doing this either, right? But he does have a lifesteal special here, like an AoE kind of lifesteal damage thing, right? Big fucking slash. This Great Scythe Granoth right here, this is sort of already kind of taken as his command grab right now, right? Maybe instead of having a command grab, it is this just like big huge attack that, like, if it lands again, would give him a lot of that gauge, because that is what this does do. This does build up quite a lot of that special gauge for him, right? The big thing with Vaseraga here, of course, is that he has... Where'd it go? Oh, I already have it equipped. Immortal Pain. Now, I don't know about this, right? I don't know about giving Tryndamere ult to a fighting game character. Now, it wouldn't necessarily work. It wouldn't necessarily work in this exact same way, obviously. But what this is for 30 seconds, which this is how it works in Reeling, right? For 30 seconds, Vaseraga gets an attack buff, and his HP cannot be reduced below 1. Now, that obviously would just be literally be quite literally game breaking, right? For him to be unkillable, he could still act normally, right? For him to be unkillable with an attack buff and just being able to act normally for 30 seconds would be too much. But I do wonder if there is some way that this could be incorporated, right? Like, in Iggy already can't be killed. Yeah, but again, 30 seconds, right? But my point is, it's not gonna work like this. But this is kind of his big gimmick in this game, right? And I wonder if this could be transitioned in some way, shape, or form. Like maybe instead of it being like straight up undying, if we're going with like his unique thing being this gauge that fills up as he like stacks heavies, right? Then maybe like once he hits the end of that gauge, if he maxes that out and then does something, maybe he gets, you know, like a significant amount of damage reduction or something like that for the next few seconds. Like he gets like Sora's level, and again, I mean, this Vaseraga would have lost his armor, right? So you'd, like, a lot of these EX characters, you'll notice, with Gran, Djeeta, and Narmaya especially, they take away something very, very core and very, very strong to the character, but they give them shit that is almost just as absurd in return, right? An install where he gets endless super armor but can't block? Maybe. That could be an interesting idea too, right? But so, like, it might sound kind of crazy to be like, why would you give that to Vaseraga? But this, again, this probably would be a Vaseraga who does not have Soul Forge in its current form whatsoever, right? This would be a Vaseraga who can't just do this and get super armor, right? He would still be slow, he'd still have the slow normals, so you'd have to, like, it'd have to be some other way to make up for that, right? And it's kind of like stacking momentum, this unique gauge that builds as he lands specials, as he lands heavies, things like that, right? Will be very interesting, I think. Again, I'm not sure how you could incorporate Undying into it, right? But it would be kind of dope, I think, right? He also has a lot of stuff that boosts his attack when his health is low, right? Just in terms of builds in the game, and then also, like, this is lifesteal, or sorry, not lifesteal. This eats some of his health and gives him a damage buff based on how low his HP is, right? You could almost turn Vaseraga into this. I mean, I could see, yeah, this might be a little too belligerent of a character design, right? So I'm not sure how good of an idea this would be. But you could almost turn Vaseraga into this, like, damage reduction, HP spending, but also HP gaining, like, face tank character who, like, can't block half the time, but he just, like, eats the hits and keeps going. That might be a little too. That might be obviously you have to be very, very careful with that kind of design space if you make a character who doesn't have to block, right? But it could be interesting, right? And it will be an interesting twist on, you know, Vaseraga right now. Sometimes he doesn't need to block things; he just armors through them, right? You could do it in a more kind of extreme version on both ends, right? Now, no, I'm no game designer, right? He'd just be a raid boss, right? Again, but like, you know, what does EX stand for? Who knows? Extra? I don't know what. Extreme? I don't think so. Maybe. But yeah. So you know, yes. Now you at first blush, you might be like, oh, you know, that'd be insane. But also, armor always loses to any kind of throw. You know, maybe some of the armor would lose to low, stuff like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, like he has high HP. He spends a lot of his own HP. Maybe he can get it back in a very, very, very like tricky way. Like again, think of it as like, you know, this move. Be very, very careful giving healing to a character with 18,000 health, right? But like this, no, not this one. This one. Nope, this one, right? Is like a stance where he sits down and he lifesteals slowly over time, but he also is completely stationary, right? So like maybe he can't do anything at all, and you could just like if he tries to do this, you could just run up and throw him, you know. But maybe off like certain knockdowns, he could decide to give up Oki to get like, you know, 500 health back or something like that, right? So there's so many. You could make 2 or 3 different versions of an EX Vaseraga out of this relink kit, right? So who knows what it might look like, right? This is like this is one where this is kind of like Vane 5U, right? Where it's a stance where he tanks damage, and the more damage he takes, the harder this like hits that comes out of it hits, right? Make a Vaseraga all health base that has only 1,500 health. 1,500 dies to a single throw. Right? It only heals him if he does damage with it. True. Yeah, so like you could maybe give him a way to heal that's like really like very, very situational or something like that. But I think I like the idea of this just like suicidal Voss. I think maybe I don't know my Granblue lore very well, right? Yeah, EX Voss could you could. It's also not just his like sigils in game as well with enmity and stuff like that in Relink that sort of incentivize a low HP Vaseraga build, right? So like. Vaseraga, to my understanding, I'm no lore master, but one of his kind of problems is that he is a little survivor's guilty, right? He is a little survivor's guilty, and he does, like, you know, he augmented his body to not feel pain so he could stand in front of his allies and no one but him would ever have to get hurt again, kind of thing, right? So, like, if we just made this, like, damn near suicidal Vaseraga, right, who doesn't block, like, he tanks through everything, he steals his own HP, he does lots of damage, right? And he's this like building momentum style like freight train where like if he never gets started, he just dies, right? He's eating his own HP and he just dies. But like if he's landing these heavies, if he's landing these specials, things like this, he starts getting some armor, he starts taking less damage, he starts doing more damage, right? Maybe eventually that damage reduction stacks up a lot, right? That could be a very interesting idea. EX Voss is like DNF Dual Berserker, where he spends health for broken options, but you can regain health when he's below 30, so you have to kill him before he makes back the lost health. Yeah. Oh, maybe the lifesteal only works at low health. True. Yeah. Basically Blade level? Kind of. But imagine if it was... Like, I'm like, at least the way that this gauge works is once you build it up, it's not there forever, right? You can lose it. Like, you build this gauge up, but like, if you like sit there doing nothing for long enough, it starts ticking down, right? Like, this starts ticking down eventually. Talking about EX and Voss is the first guy on the list. Second, we were talking about Charlotta a second ago, right? But yeah, this, like, if I stand here, look at that gauge at the bottom. If I stand here for long enough, this is going to go away, right? It takes a little bit. But yeah, like, yeah, exactly. So it starts ticking down. So, like, it really does he becomes, like, this super, like, suicidal, like, feast or famine character, right? Now, again, that could be very, very toxic or bad or good. Like, it really depends on how you tweak the numbers on it, right? But I do think it could be an interesting character design. And I like the idea of Undying being an install, right? Like, if he has, like, an install where maybe it is like a Tryndamere ult, almost, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, an install where his health is draining the entire time, but as long as that install is up, he can't die. Because one thing that... actually, that's a good point. Because one very, very important thing that Immortal Pain does, that I'll show you right now, right, is that, yes, he's undying, right? But very notably, when this debuff, when this buff expires, no matter what HP Vaseraga is currently at, he's reduced to 1 health, right? This is going to take a while. It takes about 30 seconds, but you'll see what I mean. right? It probably wouldn't be 30 in the fighting game. Probably be a little bit too good, right? But like when this buff runs out, give it a second, give it a second, give it a second, give it a second. 30 seconds is a long fucking time, huh? This is why you can't have this be in the fighting game at 30, for sure. Right? There you go. No matter what HP Voss was at, he gets reduced to 1 HP. Right? We're discussing things based off EX characters being inspired from Relink. That's correct, because, I mean, EX Gran, EX Djeeta, EX Narmaya, at least as far as the animations, obviously Relink and like the EX characters are all pulling from the gacha, but the animations are almost copy-pasted from the Relink moves, right? It seems to be quite inspired by the Relink movesets. So, an install super like that, Undying being an install super, where, again, his health drains, right? His health drains, but while he's in that install, he can't die, right? But as soon as that install is done, he's just on chip damage, right? Could be very interesting. Could be very interesting. Finally, we go back to Hearthstone. For 3 turns, you can only use 3 cards, but they cost 0. No cooldowns, but after 8 seconds of install, you perish? Yeah. Right? I mean, more install, it's true. Someone was saying that this game is in need of good install supers. That'll be interesting, right? That'll be interesting. That'll be very interesting, personally. So, there's EX Vaseraga is my Relink main, which is why I'm spending so much time talking about him. But there's a lot of very, like, this is a very, there's a lot of gimmicks to this character, right? You can do a lot of different things. But let's move on, because there's a lot to talk about, right? Let's move on, because there's a lot of other, what's happening over here? Oh yeah, apparently Beelzebub is there. We can grab, who can we grab next? Let's talk about, we can talk about Zeta, I guess, right? Zeta is also a Relink character that has quite the funny little toolkit. So Zeta is a weird one, because she is, if you've played Monster Hunter, Zeta is just the insect glaive in this game. She's very aerial, right? She spends a lot of her time in the air, right? She has her little, her aerial heavies. I forget now. Is it? Was it? How do you do the thing where she bounces and moans on it? You know what I'm talking about? She has like her little she has like the pogo bounces, but I'm not sure. I forget how to actually do them in the video game now. I forget how to do them in the video game. But Zeta spends a lot of time in the air in this video game. Right? Let me see if I can figure that out, because it is a cool thing. Don't worry why she has no skills on her right now. If you don't know Relink, you wouldn't get it, right? Maybe Infinite Wonders, she has that right now, right? This sort of like a ranged AoE projectile like this could be interesting. This again, she already kind of has. Auto combo? Is it just her? Is it like it launches her at the end of her auto combo? Is that right? Oh, you're right. Yeah. That's a timing based mini game like this, right? And like if you get the timing, she just keeps doing this forever, right? She just bounces and moans on it for the rest of time. Right? This is kind of like, she just kind of does, and then she can end with a finisher after a certain amount of bounces, right? And then she also has a bunch of interesting skills that we can talk about, right? So if we go up to Zeta here, right? Spear of Arvis, basically she already has, right? But this also launches her, right? So there are special moves that are kind of shared but slightly different. Like Grand's Boot is it's called the same thing, but it's different in how it works between his regular and EX version. A Spear of Arvis that functions as like a launcher into this more aerial mode could be interesting, right? This is a buff. That's not really, that's not really something. This is very interesting. The idea of like the spear combo that paralyzes. I don't know what this. Maybe it's like a hard knockdown or something like that, right? But like the big thing mainly with Zeta, right? I guess she has a dive bomb style thing too. No. Yeah. The big thing with Zeta mostly is the fact that she's just incredibly aerial, and a lot of her kit kind of bounces off of that, right? Bounces off of her just spending a lot of time in the air. So EX Zeta being this kind of like, EX Zeta being this just like ultimate air stall, like air mobility, paralysis sounds like a unique crumple, maybe. But her just like spending all of her time, exactly, floor is lava, right? Her just like spending all of her time in the air. Zeta is already like a pretty aerial character, certainly, with all the Spear of Arvis bullshit she can do and stuff like that, right? But it's like, her actually just becoming like, I am never going to touch the ground ever, could be very interesting, right? Surely they aren't adding more EX characters in the Meg patch? Who knows? YouTube is having a seizure again, send help. Yeah, Milia, right? Milia, I think a little bit, yeah, like Milia, where she has like she has 2 air dashes, and she has her, God, what is it called? Capel, where she bounces off the road. She's got a lot of different ways to change around her air mobility, right? Maybe it's just a spinny move, but EX corner bounces and ultimates actually stuns? Maybe, right? But again, having her just be this like super like flighty character. Now, the problem with this, of course, is that anti-airs in Grand Blue are very scary, right? So there's a fine line, almost like a Grimnir light. I would think almost like a Grimnir heavy, right? Like, it's her entire thing. She just can't, like, all she does, her goal at all times is to get into the air. You know what I mean? Like, not Grimnir lights. And Grimnir, the seal dashes are obviously very, very important and good. But imagine if Grimnir, like, did his best to never touch the ground, kind of thing. Now, the problem with this, is that, you either go one of two ways with it, right? Either this character would just get anti-aired every time and die, right? And then it'll be really rough. Or, if she was too good at bouncing around in the air, it might just become, like, the world's lamest timeout character, right? So it is, like, I don't know how exactly. This is where, again, this is more like a theorizing stream / video, right? It's not really my point is, like, to not really come here and tell you balanced character designs, but it's kind of what they do in Relink and how that might potentially be translated, right? Like, maybe a more realistic version of this, if you want to put it in a fighting game, is just like, yeah, she actually has an air dash straight up, right? She actually has an air dash straight up. Maybe she even has a couple. Maybe Spear of Arves is, like, maybe she's, like, air actionable after she does it, kind of thing, right? And she just, like, you know, a lot worse on the ground for whatever reason, right? However you end up changing her 5U or something like that. Give her a backflip like UL. Yeah, right? This, I guess maybe all of her fucking specials are air okay. Just a very aerial-based character, right? I think will be an interesting idea. Now, again, difficult to balance, yes. But, I mean, honestly, think about it on paper. If you told me we're giving Gran 4 different plus-on-block special moves, right? And also, he has a special cancel now. I would tell you that sounds difficult to balance on paper, too. Now, some will tell you that EX Gran is not balanced. But, you know, he's at least, he's not shattering the game in half or anything like that, right? So, I think they are going pretty out there with a lot of the EX ideas, which is why I'm giving them a little bit of, I'm giving them, like, a little bit of leeway here, assuming they're gonna do some crazy shit, right? Maybe a double jump, yeah. Air combo chains, that could be something, right? You know how they gave 2B, you can talk about 2B. I know she will be relevant here, not just because of double jump. But in this patch, they gave 2B the ability to do this. Bop, 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 right? She can cancel her JL into itself 3 times, right? If Zeta was, like, an actual, like, Arxis character from other games, because a lot of if you've played other Arxis games, right? I mean, whether it's BlazBlue or even, like, DBFZ or something like that, or, like, a lot of characters have, like, air combos, right? They can do, like, they can, like, air cancel, they can, like, double jump cancel their shit, stuff like that, right? That could be interesting. That like, if she just becomes this, like, air combo, air movement, air neutral type character, but she's kind of, like, not as good actually, like, just playing footsies and shit like that. That would be that could be another way you could take this, right? Like, I mean, this already, right, is air okay like this. So she does get, like, some normals, like, into Arves like this. She can do funny stuff. But if they went even harder into that, it would be very, very interesting, right? Yeah, I think this is a strange one just because of she's so aerial based, and in fighting games, that's not something you see that often, and definitely in Gran Blue especially is a very grounded game, right? Like 2B has, you know, 2B has a double jump and everyone's like, oh my god, I can't believe this. Or, like, you know, Sandalphon has to lose 30% HP to get an air dash kind of thing, right? So Gran Blue is a very grounded game, so the idea of, you know, making this, like, super aerial based character is certainly a strange one, but I think it could be very cool. I think it could be very cool. Zeta being a Guilty Gear character in Gran Blue would be so cool. Yeah, and of course, we'd have to balance this out in some way, shape, or form, right? There would have to be, like, maybe all of these specials. Maybe her specials are only air okay. That would be really fucking weird, right? But maybe, like, 3 out of 4 of her specials are only air okay, right? Maybe she has, like, a normal ass, like, she has a reversal or something, sure, right? Maybe everything else only works in the air, right? She doesn't have, like, a grounded version of all of these, right? Like, she gets Rhapsody, she gets her meterless reversal, right? Because that's also, I mean, that's this core to the, it's in Relink, it's in the gacha, right? But otherwise, her specials only work in midair. That could be very interesting, right? You'd have to balance it, and you'd have to, like, make this character weak on the ground, just because the ability to, like, do all these crazy air links and other things that no other character gets to do, or if she gets, like, a double jump and an air dash, right? That's incredibly strong. So you'd have to take stuff away from her, certainly, to make it fair. But again, I think they seem to be just throwing kind of stuff at the wall with some of this character design on the EX characters, and I think it could be a very cool idea. Let's move on. Let's move on. Zeta Zeta could be the Milia of Grand Blue, exactly. And hey, if you want to like lower her HP as a result, fuck it, why not, right? Who's to say they can't make Zeta like a 14,000 health character if she's doing this? The balance of it, I'm not here to provide balanced ideas. I'm here to provide cool ideas, and then the intelligent people at Psy Games will do a much better job than I could, right? We can talk about Kag. Kag's a weird one, because Kag is, again, Kag's another one of these like very kind of support-based characters in this video game, right? I don't know how they alter characters like Versusia above since they don't got much to go off of. Yeah, I mean, for stuff that's not in Relink, we can I mean, they can pull from the gacha, certainly. I mean, both Relink and this are both pulling from the gacha, right? But Kag probably is just... So here's what. So Kag has the best buff in the game, right? Don't again, if you don't know Relink, don't worry about it. But Kag gets this attack, defense, crit rate buff, and it stacks with other buffs where most buffs usually don't, whatever, right? She has a heal. Again, I don't know, most of the time, I don't think healing would be something... I mean, Gran has a heal, right? He didn't give it to him either. This is an interesting one, right? Because Kag does have buff removal. I'm not sure what this would mean, right? Kag does have a way to remove buffs off of the opponent. Maybe we wouldn't. Maybe we wouldn't do anything like that, right? Maybe this is like I don't know what this could. Hey Brian Ick, thank you for the content and positive energy. Thank you, Hara. This might. I don't know what this would look like, right? I don't know what. Maybe we just ignore this one. Maybe we leave that kind of like the heal. We just leave that in the back pocket, right? Because that feels like it would be too situational, but. Maybe you could like lower your meter or something, but again, we don't want to get into like Android 21 level vibes, right? Like what about characters that don't have like a Soul Forge style buff? So I think we just leave that one in the back, right? This we already have, right? Interestingly, though, different thing here. These clones explode. This is like the Happy Chaos clone, right? Not really, but kind of, right? This is not like a teleport. Like Kag has the spare body teleport right now, right? Where it's like a movement option for her. If this was more of like a delayed, like this is like more of like she leaves it behind, right? Like that she leaves this behind and it explodes after a certain amount of time. Could be very interesting, right? Maybe Kag could have Sub-Zero ice clones where they explode, exactly, right? Like it like runs away, leaves this exploding clone behind her. You have to get around or something like that. Maybe she can put a random special on cooldown. Oh, that'd be so mean. If you wanted to do the debuff removal, maybe. But yeah, that's like, again, you're starting to get into a character that is just like actually designed in a lab to make people uninstall. I don't know if that's a great idea, right? The U version runs at you and explodes? Yeah, maybe, right? Maybe. Like the U version of this would just like send the clone at you, like a little mini Faust, and then like when it got over to you, it would explode or something like that. That could be very interesting. This is a trap, right? This is a trap. This is like the traps that she currently has. It's about the same thing. Right? And then... Yeah, I don't even know, man. Right? I mean, this summons Ouroboros to launch foes in front of Cagliostro into the air. I guess this could be like another zoning tool, right? Like, you could have this Cag be like a straight-up full zoner. I do like that idea, right? I do like the idea of Cagliostro just being this actual straight-up, like, less of a set-play character and more of a straight-up, like, full zoning character, right? She just, like, she leaves those traps behind to, like, put space between you and her. They're in your way. They blow up if you don't respect them. She has like a couple of other projectile moves like she does here, right? Maybe those projectiles like knock down or knock up or something like that, right? I think that could be quite interesting. I don't think I don't believe Kag's gimmick in this is that she has a very like wide variety of auto combo chains. I think you can follow up anything with anything. But a lot of her stuff is very like long range, right? Are her clones made of sand or gold? Gold, I would assume, because she's an alchemist, right? Terrorist Kag? Yeah, maybe a little bit, right? Maybe we make Kag a little bit of a terrorist, right? Just a little bit of a terrorist. We can even still give her her like this is Pain Train. It's kind of like her Alexandria right now. Alexandria being this guy, if you don't know, right? So like maybe you give her 3, like one of her special moves is like this zoning trap move, right? That like she teleports away from you and leaves a clone behind that explodes. One of them is this like launching up move, right? Torku, thank you for the raids. Thank you. How's your stream? So yeah, one of them is like this launching up move, maybe, right? One of them is this trap that runs away. Maybe one of them is like this sort of like paralysis looking, like just kind of projectile move. Not paralysis, but just hear me out. What I'm thinking of in terms of disruption, like her buff removal, I know no one likes this character and no one likes this move, but what I'm thinking of, it was fun. I hate spark farming. I gotta do that, man. I gotta do that. I'm thinking of like this thing. You see how that has like so much hit stun on it? Again, maybe not even necessarily enough for her to like combo off of or something, but again, just so you get like, like just a full zoner that keeps you away from her kind of thing, right? And the fourth special could actually be like a turn on the jets suddenly, like run in there, paint train style move, right? Or like this right here, where she just like charges in. This could be like a full screen neutral skip that could be like punishable on reaction, but maybe like plus on block or something like that, right? I guess we could talk about, we didn't talk about like the exact special moves that we could give to these other characters, right? We talked about like some ideas, right? It could be like that Spider Boy in Uni where he freezes you for a while where you can't act. He gets to set up Oki for a few seconds. Yeah, right? So I think there could be a lot of interesting ideas potentially here, right? With making like a, I don't know if you can go, if you're pulling from the Relink moveset, I feel like you would have to just like make a zoner Cag, I think. I don't know what her 5U could be either, right? Maybe her 5U is the clones, right? Maybe her 5U is the clones. Maybe her 5U, I guess, I don't have a reversal on this bitch, actually. I just realized so far. So maybe it's like an EX Gran kind of thing where her 5U is a reversal again, but who knows? Maybe she doesn't have a reversal. Maybe she's like a Giga Zoner, right? She's an absolute Giga Zoner who's like impossible to get in on, but she literally does not have a reversal. That could be an interesting idea. Again, they're really like, this seems to be pretty extreme character design in a lot of the EX characters, right? So I think that's why I'm going with like relatively extreme suggestions for what other things might look like, right? Yeah, Relink did very well because it's just amazing, I think. Like, I'm surprised it did well too, but the game is just incredibly fun, right? Maybe she does a gold install and walks really slow. Yeah, like the smash item. Give her a flash kick, make Cag do a flip. Oh god, I mean, we could just turn Cag into Guile, but I don't know. Don't make a Giga Zoner with how BC is currently. I mean, if she straight up doesn't have a reversal, even metered, that could be interesting, right? Like she has, like sure, she can BC. But like she doesn't even have the option of a 50-meter reversal. Maybe neither of her supers are invuln either or something like that. Like it's like BC is all she's got, but she's also very hard to get in on. This is a character that I'm cooking up a horrible matchup for Ladiva in a lab, certainly. But again, from the Relink moveset, I think you are mostly looking at a zoner style character if we were to make an EX Cagliostro, right? Why is Wilnas Jam at 2K? Because he's broken. Katalina is a very interesting one. They said Vaseraga would not be in the gacha. I thought they did put her as a raid boss, right? Her popularity is enough to make them backpedal in just a year. Yeah. Katalina is a very interesting one, right? This is one that I've already had someone talk to me about. EX Ferry loses zoning, every weapon is bad, but instead she debuffs you with skill hits, gives you cancer. Yeah. So, I have horrible news. If they are being inspired by the Relink characters, right? EX Katalina is just a puppet character, by the way. Because her whole thing is she has this Ares gauge that fills up as she does shit. And then, I forget how she actually activates it now. I don't know my... Oh, there you go. There he is. I don't know how she actually activates this. Any Katalina mains in Relink who can let me know? I can check the character tutorial as well. Once the gauge is full, she can summon Primal Beast Ares to boost her. It just happens like that? Right? But yeah, unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, listen, I know about Arxis' record with puppet characters. Oh, when the gauge is full, he just shows up. I see. When the gauge is full, he's just on that shit. Gotcha. So it'd almost be like a reverse Nier, if that makes sense. Right? Like, it would almost be like a reverse Nier. Right? Like, where Nier is... Like, she can lose the puppet. Right? I keep hearing Cag in the background. Yeah, my bad. It's because Rising gets the inputs from the controller even while it's alt-tabbed. Arsene from Smash? Yes. Arsene, right? You can think of it like Arsene as well, right? Where she does not start with the puppet, right? She does not start with the puppet. She earns the puppet over time, right? Like that it could be something like that, where and then when once she fills that gauge, right? Then the puppet comes out, and then she becomes maybe for like a limited amount of time or something like that, right? It like buffs everything that she does. I guess it wouldn't even really be a puppet character. I guess not, right? It wouldn't be a puppet character. It will be more, again, like this, almost like she works up to like an install. Yeah, puppet install, right? She would not be like a proper puppet character. I'm ignoring it, midnight, because it's very funny. It wouldn't be like a proper puppet character. It would be like building up to like Arsene, and then it goes away, and then building up to like she'd be like she'd be like the sine wave, you know? The character would go up and down in power as the round went on, right? Because the general idea is basically just that. That's how she works. Like, she builds up to Ares. When Ares comes out, right, you do all of your bullshit, you dump your damage, that's your everything, right? And then it goes back away, right? Is this how characters work in Persona? Actually, I've not played the Persona game, the fighting game, so I couldn't tell you, but as far as skills that she's got on her, right? How are you able to have sound on Rising when it's alt tabbed? I changed something in the notebook, or in the in Notepad, like it's like some INI file. I forgot what it is now, right? But I mean, this is her fireball, right? That's her fireball. We know that. I don't know, like you could give her some move like this, right? Some like multi-hitting move. That's a combo tool, yes. Maybe this is like punishable without the puppet and plus with the puppet or something like that. That's how Joker works in Smash Ultimate, exactly, right? Like Joker is very much like an up and down kind of character in Smash Ultimate. If you're familiar, like he's not bad without Arsene, right? But it's like when Arsene comes out, he gets like real nuts with it, right? And then Arsene fades away. He's, relatively good, but okay again. And then Arsene comes back, and it's kind of this like that you have to, like, you're playing around when he's going to be getting into this like godlike state kind of thing, right? Joker from Smash, exactly. Yeah, this is her. I think you might be right. This is her SBA. But again, you could give her basically a bunch of special moves that are not very good, unless she's in the puppet gauge, right? Like like maybe her 5U summons Ares when the gauge is full, so she can choose when to do it, right? Like maybe when the gauge is full, she can press 5U, and that summons that summons Ares, and then she gets like 10, 15 seconds, something like that, with Ares, right? And then it depletes. During that, all of her specials are like giga buffed. Maybe like a lot of stuff that shouldn't be plus maybe is plus on block. Stuff like maybe her normals get like an extra rider effect or something like that. Who knows? And then once Ares is gone again, she's not like I think for a fighting game, I think you would have to have this character be not very good without Ares, right? Like you could not have her be like pretty decent without Ares, and then have her be amazing with him. That'd just be too good, right? I think you would have to have this character, maybe not like Deathless Near, right? Makes it interesting, though, is that Arsene is less of a puppet and more so a temporary Giga buff. Yeah, again, I say puppet. I am wrong. It is more of a temporary, like, that's how she works in Relink, too. She works kind of like Arsene, right? She works kind of like Joker from Smash. Where, like, she does, Katalina is not particularly inspiring, and her skills are, like, okay, but they're not great, or something like that. And then it's like, it's once she builds this Ares gauge up to max, right? That's when, like, a lot of her special moves get buffed a lot, and she can kind of chain them back to back while Ares is out here, right? And she does all this crazy shit, right? So I could be very, I think that could be really cool, right? It would be a very, very different take on Katalina. This would not be, it'd be similar to Vera being mediocre until she becomes amazing. Again, this would be like, it goes away, right? Once Vera's an install, she's an install for the round. Now, granted, in most rounds, I don't know how, you'd have to balance how quickly she can get this out and how long it lasts and stuff like that. It's unlikely she'd get this twice in a round, unless the round went very long or something. I mean, if we're talking about Smash comparison, if we're talking about Arsene from Smash, if the stocks are the rounds, this gauge carrying between rounds would be kind of probably a little too good, actually. But again, there's a very wide design space you could do here, and it's true. Yeah, it's true. EX Katalina being more like Vera, that would be like peak Yuri, no? That would be peak Yuri. To make EX Katalina function very similarly to Vera, where she starts off not as great, but she gets this like crazy install state, right? And again, I think it would be, with Gran and Djeeta, they added these are like the two, not like the two simplest characters in the game by and large, right? And they gave them a lot more sauce in their EX versions, right? They gave them a lot more, Djeeta's moveset. She's got like a stock character now. She's got resource management. She's got like different levels of like hit confirming. She's got like a throwback special, stuff like this. And again, EX Gran, they took away his like fireball. His DP's kind of weird, right? But he's got like crumples. He's got one frame link extensions on shit. Like they just added a lot of sauce to both of these characters in their EX forms, right? So that EX logo is different there. The EX on Djeeta is like brighter than the EX on Gran. You guys, I don't know if that's big enough for you guys to see, but that is a little. It is weird that the logo is different, right? It's not the same logo they put in there. But yeah, Katalina is another one of these like 3 special move characters. Maybe she has 4 special moves, right? Maybe she has 4 special moves, and again, they're like not great. They're like okay, they're kind of whatever. But then once Ares comes out, she builds that Ares gauge. by like either getting hits or maybe like, you know, I was gonna say throwing out specials. You have to be careful of a Blade level 5 Lucilius type situation, right? Where she just like doesn't interact. So maybe she has to get hits, right? She builds that gauge up by like hitting you. Maybe like 1 or 2 BMBs, she gets it, you know? Like 1 or 2 full BMBs, she gets it. And then for like the next 10, 15 seconds, she's gone, right? And then she goes back down, right? And then she goes back down. I think that could be a very interesting idea for a potential EX Catalina, who has a lot more complexity to her, I guess, a lot more sauce going for her than current Catalina does, right? How about you? And then, what else can we talk about? There's a lot of characters. We can talk about Ferry. Ferry's weird because she, I don't even, I'm not as familiar with Relink Ferry, actually. Are you even along, is this like are you a Jacko style character? Talk about that guy at the bottom? I don't know who you're talking about. I actually don't even know what you do. Yeah, see, I just unlocked her today for this. From a young Erun, Ferry, a young Erun from an island shrouded in mist. So true. Advantage of her whip's long reach. Okay. Hold X to deliver a barrage of blows. One of her pets will be summoned on the last hit. Storm of blows over a wide area. If any pets are present, they'll hop in on the beatdown. How interesting. Right? Making Ferry a summoner? I mean, I think she is more of a summon style character. That would make a lot of sense. Should I get Wilbur tomorrow? He's very fun. It would make a lot of sense. I mean, Ferry does, like Ferry currently, right? Current Ferry does have, she has like the 5 Wilsons, right? She's got Wilson, 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 and Gigi. And they come out in different moves, sure. But it would be Ferry puppet character. I think, I was almost thinking more like,
Are you ready?
think less like puppet, less Zato, more like Jacko or something like that. Now, I know people, people don't like that archetype of character either. But listen, motherfuckers, fighting game, you guys hate every character, okay? You guys hate Shotos, you guys hate Zoners, you guys hate Grapplers, you guys hate Rushdowns. You guys hate everything, right? But yeah, making her more of like a minion-style character, right? Like Jacko from Guilty Gear as like, the only reference point that I'm kind of aware of. I'm sure there's others in other video games, right? Could be interesting. Because that is, like, as of right now, like this special summons Fuji and Nicola, right? They attack and they remain on the battlefield for a little bit, right? See, they're beating his ass over there, right? This, again, Fuji and Nicola. This summons Fuji, Nicola, Gigi, and Beppo. Maybe that could be like a U skill or something like that, right? And, like, she has different specials that summon different fellas, right? Blau's Gespenst. Hydrate? Sounds good. We need a real puppet character in Rising. Near players never done a negative edge in their life. I mean, weirdly, Ferry is a negative. She's got negative edge on Gigi in a weird way. Zoe's got negative edge, but Ferry Zato? Maybe. I mean, I don't know how it would work to have her be a puppet character with 5 puppets, right? I think this is, again, probably going to be less of a case where she has a lot of direct control over the puppets, because there are 5 pets to summon here, right? Or 4? 4? Fuji, Nicola, Momo, Gigi. I almost said Wilson unironically. Am I missing someone? Is it 4 or 5? It's Marvel Tokon assists? Ferry Assemble? Indeed. But yeah, like, I don't know that you would make her a full puppet character because, again, she would have 5. Who's the 5th one? Fuji, Nicola, Gigi, Momo, Beppo. Of course, Beppo, yes. So yeah, I don't think it would make sense to be a puppet character with 5 puppets. That'd be probably a little too good or a little too complicated, right? It'd probably be more of like a minion-style character, right? Maybe each special controls 1 puppet install, brings in the last one. Yeah. So this could, like, I mean, a lot of these, you'll notice, again, they summon the pets on, and they have another special move as well. I mean, this is literally GG. This is from the fighting game, right? She even throws him in the arc right there. I see this, and I get PTSD, but yeah, she even throws him in the exact same arc. Yeah, Beppo censored, yeah. So there's a huge design space in here, but you gotta have the small ones come in and do small hits like Jacko, and then if some specials bring in Beppo to like charge in or whatever. Yeah. Like maybe Beppo, like maybe like the bigger ones, Beppo and Momo and stuff like that, have like more impactful effects, but they're only on like U skills, or they get summoned by like an install super or something like that. I'm big on install supers, by the way. I want more install supers that are actually good in the video game. So you're gonna see me suggesting a lot of installs probably. EX Ferry, I can kick GG. Yep. Yeah, the minions might be interactable. Maybe you can, like, just like Jacko, you can kick GG if you're the opponent too. You can kill GG by hitting him. Finally, right? Yeah, a lot of these specials do kind of center around that, right? They center around this idea. Fairy install actually being good, right? Yeah, maybe install summons all 5 of them. And but that'd just be too. I don't know, man. Right? Fairy install turns GG into Bahamut, maybe. right? But yeah, like some sort of like Jacko style character like this, I think could be, again, a very interesting design space to go forward with an EX Ferry. What I wouldn't give to kill Gigi. Fairy's the puppet. The pets control her. You play as Gigi. I was thinking Strive Jacko. Yeah, right. Like he summons them. They can do different things. Like maybe the specials. Like this would be a very complicated character. Keep in mind, right? But like like once he summons them, they like do different things. Maybe there is again a similar idea of like this like an attack special, a defend special, a movement special, and like the different pets do different things. Like maybe the attack special is, like Beppo has like a long range attack, or like, like Fuji has to like be right up there and he smacks them or something like that. Maybe like the insects from Arakune. I am unfortunately unfamiliar with Arakune, right? Jacko's kind of minion physics would be really funny with Fairy's long whip normals. Yeah. Infinite GGs. I think it could be a cool idea. I think it'd be a cool idea for one of them fairy fellas. You got the Grimnir theme playing. Get this shit out of here. Give me Parade's Lust. Not Arakune. I know people don't like him. That's all I know about Arakune. But I don't know if I don't know exactly why people don't like him. Is it because he has an aerial low? Is one of the things. I remember that. He's got like that curse thing he puts on you that's pretty fucked up, right? EX Lancelot it could be another interesting one too, right? I mean, Lance is in here in Relink, and he also be doing some fuck shit. EX Diva should have a DP. Unfortunately, Diva's not in Relink, so who knows? Who knows what they might do with her, right? We could certainly, I mean, from there, you probably end up pulling more so from the gacha than from anything else, right? But Lancelot, if I remember correctly, right? Lancelot, yeah, it's again, he's another one of these, like, he builds up over time type characters, right? Once he's fully built up, he has, like, this, like, ice effect around his blades that, like, buffs all of his moves and shit like that, right? I'm not sure how many of these we just want to be, like, I mean, so far, I guess we only have, like, maybe 2 of all the ones, right?
You ready?
But yeah, that like his gimmick is one thing. As far as the skills that he has, right?
Are you ready?
He's got like a little multi-fireball there, which I mean, I don't know what like I haven't thought about Lance actually. We're gonna figure this out kind of in real time. That's Turb right there. He already kind of does that, right? This is kind of his thing, isn't it? Right? This is his thing, if I remember correctly. Right? Like, this freeze is, like, the whole thing that Lancelot does in this video game.
Are you ready?
Can you build a balanced fighting game character that can straight up freeze you like this? I'm not sure. This is his Rekka. He already has that. Oh, God. I don't even want to think about... No, I don't think so. Mirror image? I don't think so. Lance having an S kind of fireball, we can throw one of them and choose to cancel it into another one. Sounds fun. Yeah. Doesn't he already do that with 236U? Yeah, but like this is like a straight up freeze, right? Now he does get held in place during it though, right? If they want to make him relink accurate, they can make him invincible at all times. I don't know about all that, right? Jin and BlazBlue freeze mechanics only last for like a second or two? Maybe, right? Maybe you could play into, again, into more of like an actual freeze-based theme on EX Lancelot. And yeah, like having like a fireball auto combo. Right, like this thing right here, where like he can choose to do multiple fireballs, or he can stop it whenever he wants, right? Could be kind of cool as well. I don't know what the archetype of a character like this ends up being though, right? Like Fireball Rekka, yeah, like I don't know what direction this ends up taking him, right? I don't know what direction that would end up taking him. Make him Grandmaster Sub-Zero? Arxis made 2 freezing characters with Jin from BlazBlue and Mitsuru from Persona? Yeah, sure. It's like maybe this could be our freezing character, you know? Maybe this could be our freezing character. They use freeze to extend combos and do restands? Yeah, I mean, we gotta be careful with that, certainly. Because of how combo scaling works in Granblue. It really launches people, it wants people launched, right? So you probably would have to put like a, once per combo freeze or something like that. Right? You couldn't like freeze a guy, kind of like how Dizzy, I think, in Strive can only freeze you once per combo. If I remember correctly. I might be wrong, but they're gonna like hit from DBS, or from DBFZ, his floor, I mean? Maybe. Right? This is the first one where I'm kind of like, maybe it's unfamiliarity with Relink Lance, but I'm not entirely sure how exactly you translate this like gimmick of him buffing himself, doing these like spammy auto combo attacks and then also having some like freeze adjacent moves, right? Jin can also only freeze you only once per combo. That seems fair, right? That seems very fair, right? So yeah, I don't know what kind of character this would end up being though, right? Because keep in mind the normals do not change. The one thing we do know, I should probably have mentioned this earlier, the normals on EX characters do not change, right? Even Narmaya, in her case, she has got a combination of her other stance normals because she had 2 sets of normals. So it's not like you could make this Lance like a defensive character because his normals don't really function for it, right? So it would still be, this would still have to be like a get up in your face and kill you type guy, but I'm not sure. With how you can crumple as much as you want, they probably let Lance freeze as much as he wants. Well, normally you can only crumple spending some meter, right? And again, like, you can't really, you usually can't, there's not that many, like, meterless crumples, right? So maybe his freeze is a U skill? That could be a way to limit it, right? If his freeze is a U skill, right? But yeah, you gotta be careful with that kind of shit. Maybe it's a U skill that doesn't meter refunds. I'm not sure.
Don't be scared.
Where you get stacks the more specials you link? That could be interesting. Give him some special cancels as well. And then, like, would he be like Jin and Blaze Blue? Maybe. Give Lance some like special cancels like you gave to Gran, EX Gran, right? And then from there you could potentially have it so, like, you know, once he gets past a certain number of stacks, he gets a benefit or something like that. Huh. I don't know. This one. What do you guys think? This one is maybe it's like I'm unfamiliar with Lance in both Gran Blue and Relink a little bit, or I guess in Rising and in Relink. But this one is not immediately popping out to me as like I don't know what like a cool idea would be based on what we have in Relink so far, right? There's certainly like a couple of different ways you could go, but because he's already like his normals are so specialized in one direction, I'm not really sure, right? Have an ult that gives you a debuff that kills your move speed. Make him Jin Kisaragi. But again, to my understanding, Jin has like a Shoto moveset for normals, right? He's got like good pokes and stuff. You have to remember normals do not change, right? That's the one constant we do know. Normals do not change with EX characters. I like the idea of having to stock something and then when he lands, attacks with that stock, he freezes you. Yeah, I guess kind of like EX Zeta, right? He builds up stocks, but then, like, when he spends those stocks, he spends them to apply, like, a special freeze. Like, he builds up, you know, ice, and then when the ice dragon stocks are you know, what he builds those up by, like, doing this particular special cancel, or, like, some like, special 5U or something like that. Oh my god, ice dragon, you're right. It would be ice dragon, yeah. My dad, yes. So what, I forgot about the goat. But yeah, he builds up ice dragon stocks, and then, you know, he spends those, and they buff his different specials in different ways, and they give him freeze effects and stuff like that. Another stock character could be interesting, right? Could be interesting. You know, it's all we have a ton of those. Like, so far, it's EX Zeta, it's Percival. That's it. So, I think it'd be a fine design space to try and explore. Especially since it'd be a little bit more of a rush down, and again, like that freeze-based one. So, what we take away from him, though? I mean, if his 5U builds up those stocks, he wouldn't have this anymore, right? Again, presumably he would have a different set of special moves. Like, if he had this, like, Rekka Fireball, right? If he had this, like, Fireball Rekka, he wouldn't have this Fireball anymore. Which is, like, the best damn thing about him, right? So, like, losing that Fireball would be, like, very, very rough for him. Right? There's a lot, you could switch out. I mean, all 4 specials could change, right? So, I mean, probably, I feel like Rekka might stay. Right? I feel like there's nothing wrong with, like, letting him just keep this. And having to be, like, a slightly different version, kind of like Gran's boot. But, I don't know, right? They, like, you would remove all of his current special moves and replace them with other ones, right? Like that. Again, say, like, 5U stocks up for him. You know, he has the... Maybe Blade Impulse? He still gets Blade Impulse? I don't know, right? But he's got, like, an actual freezing special that, like, fully freezes you on the U skill spend, for example. You know, he, let's see. We talked about that. We talked about the Fireball Rekka as well, right? As a second skill, this Lawinenstrom shit, right? Fireball Rekka. He's got a freeze special. Maybe he still keeps the Rekka, right? I don't even want to think about Mirror Image. I don't think it's... I don't want him to, like, absorb the next hit that he takes or something like that, right? Or a debuff on the enemy at X stacks if it freezes, gain stacks on hits, less on blocks, stops stacks drop with time. Maybe, right? Since he already has normal cancels, he can straight up get Gatlings like Far L, Far M, Far H. True. I mean, he has 2L, 2M right now, which is like, that's a exclusively Lancelot thing. There's not another character in the video game that can do shit like that, right? So yeah. That could be an idea for like, you know, some sort of like freeze-based stock character potentially, like debuff-based Lancelot for his EX version. Who else? We still have a lot of characters to talk about, I think. I mean, we can talk about Percy. We just talked about Lance. We can talk about Percy. Percy and Siegfried up next, right? Percival? How the fuck does Percy work in this game, actually? Make him Lost Warrior? I did not play any DNF Duel, I fear. Rosetta time? Unfortunately, Rosetta's not in the video game. We have to get Rosetta normal before we get Rosetta in brackets EX. So what the fuck do you do? Charge heavies, huh? Percival can charge his heavy attack even while on the move. Oh, that's really curious. I did not play Percy in this game, so I'm learning at the same time, right? Normal to normal cancels aren't survival boss exclusive. Lance gets 2L2M, right? He's like a great sword from Monster Hunter. Yeah. This is interesting. Like he can charge skills while moving and let go of them, right? So this Percy, we can't make this guy a stock character because he isn't a stock character currently, right? But yeah, him like this ability, like having this like negative edge kind of thing. He like moves around and he's holding this skill, and then like when he he can choose to release it whenever it's good, right? So what is this? This is okay. This is a big AoE explosion. That's funny, and it makes his if he charges right after, it charges up faster. Oh, you can like combo specials. So his 5U would be the charge, right? His 5U would obviously be the charge, yes? Like, he would have this charge, and he could move around while he's doing it, but he can't do anything else while he's doing it. He can move, but he can jump, he can do stuff like that, but he can't block, he can't use any other moves, kind of thing, right? So his 5U in this case would be this, like, big chargeable button. I don't know what it would do necessarily. I guess it'd just be a giant fucking bonk, right? Probably, like, punishable on block type shit. But then a lot of his specials, like, you know, this special, for example, Schlacht, which I believe is his, like, that's the big charge attack, charges faster when done out of this. So, like, maybe you could go special into hold, into combo while they're getting knocked up. You can combo into the big hit, you know? You have, like, very short but very damaging combos, right? This is a buff, that's fine. Again, this is his current fireball, but again, the move charges up faster when used right after it, right? If you hit his 5U right after he starts charging, right? How can he move around the charge in a 2D space? What do you mean by that? He can walk forward and backward and jump up and down, right? The same way you could move, yeah, like he just moves. Very whoa.
I'm begging you.
If you, that might seem kind of random if you're in Twitch chat. I've been very purposely ignoring. Thank you, Edward, for the 10. I kind of want to keep ignoring it. We're gonna get there eventually. I think I'm gonna keep ignoring you. I'm sorry. It's really funny. But yeah, like, my God, thank you though, thank you.
Well,
say his name in reverse. Does that count, bro? Snap. So all I was gonna say is all of these Percy moves, right? His charge happens faster if done after the specials, right? So maybe he can like do the move and then off of the special moves, maybe he can then, you know, go into like level 1 or 2. It probably has like multiple levels of charge, right? So it's the kind of thing where like, you know, it's like a level 1, level 2, level 3. Yeah, see right there, level 2, level 3, exactly, right? So like maybe he gets into level 2 like right away or something after specials, and he can combo stuff, right? That could be an interesting idea. His 5U being this big charge move, and then, you know, as he can just hold it and move, sure, right? But also all of the specials can like shortcut him to higher levels of charge. So he can maybe like whatever his special moves might be, right? Whatever his special moves might be, it's like I'm not his DP probably. Like whatever his specials might be, you can like combo them into the charge. Kind of
I am at my limit.
What currency is that anyway? But thank you again. I didn't think you were gonna do it again. I just wanted to do it because I thought it would be funny to keep ignoring you. I'm at my limits. Why? I don't understand why you'd be at your limit. Nothing. I don't understand. Nothing weird has happened. Nothing weird has happened. It's probably fine. I don't know why you'd be at your limit. I didn't do anything. Zimbabwe currency, so true. Fair enough. Hey, listen, man. It's fine. Yeah, I like the idea of Percy being this, like, huge-ass charge character, right? Maybe he gets more charges to light M, H, or U move? Ooh, maybe. Maybe. Like the U skills. Parade's Lust has renewed my powers. That's good, that's good. Yeah, you see all like the gimmick, all the gimmick here all the time is again Schlacht. Charge this faster when charged right after the attack, right? So that could be very, very cool. This could be cool. EX Percival looked at Voss and went my turn. Yeah, but again, his whole thing will be this big charge move, right? And his kit will be kind of designed around it. All the specials will be designed to like let him get some out of combo there. You know, maybe if it's fully charged, it becomes plus on block and does a bunch of chip damage as well. So, but like, you know, otherwise it'd be punishable. So he has to gamble sometimes on whether or not he wants to go for the full charge or not, right? Making Percy just like this. Because again, it's like, it's Percy turned one step to the left. Instead of being a stock character, he just, like, he still has, I mean, especially now, right? They've given Percy this, whatever the fuck that is supposed to be, right? And it starts combos. So, like, Percy is already kind of like I'm going to hit you with a gun. I'm going to shoot you in the face with a gun type character. Maybe he can be that again. You know, maybe he can just be that in a like, but it's his whole gimmick this time. His whole thing is just built around this giant gun that he's going to hit you in the face with, right? That could be very cool. That could be very cool, right? Percy has just this like chart, like he just this whole thing is based around walking around. He can't block while he's doing this, right? So he can't just like do it in neutral. Like he charges up this big thing, and if he gets to max charge, it's just like a truly absurd move. It does crazy damage. Very short combos, right? Like one special into like the level 2 charge, doing like 6k or something, but the special ends, the combo ends there, right? That could be a fun time. Just like a Percy that is just a nuclear bomb, straight up forever rotisserie, never chicken. I could fuck with that. I could fuck with that. Who's next? Who we got next in the docket? I think we're running out of characters who are both in Rising and Relink, but you know, we gotta use it as a jumping off point potentially. Oh, Siegfried. Everyone tells me Siegfried is white bread, boring, has no sauce, right? Well, do I have news for you? Right? Do I have news for you? Siegfried in Relink is a very interesting character because Siegfried is a rhythm game character in Relink. Yeah. Siegfried is a rhythm game character in Relink, right? So, he has this, like, light auto combo, right? But if you chain it with perfect timing, which I think is, like, it's not that tight in Relink. I think it's, like, something like 1 or 2 frames. Or probably, sorry, like 3 or 4 frames, I think. Like, it's not that hard to get the perfect timing if you practice it. But, like, if you chain his moves... Oh, there I go, fucking it up, apparently. My bad. But if you chain his moves together in the exact right timing, you see you get the sort of big glow right there, right? And then he gets more damage, he gets longer combos, he gets better combos, stuff like that, right? So he has a lot of armor in Relink, true. But, like, his like, primary gimmick, for sure, is this... I mean, it's not a just frame, right? But, like, these like, pseudo-just frames all over his kits, right? So I will be very interested in the idea of a Siegfried that is, you know, that has these like timings on the move, right? Giving Siegfried Electrics is not what I expected, but I'd vibe with it. Yeah, kind of, right? Like, again, everyone tells me Siegfried is the most in Rising, right? Everyone tells me Siegfried, he's boring, he's white bread, you know, he's milk toast. Why the fuck would you play this guy? All he does, he hits hard, kind of hard, I guess, but what if we just turn this into actually, like, straight up, like, one of the most executionally demanding characters in the video game for his EX, you know? Read Hazi's comment aloud. I'm curious how I pronounce it. Somehow I don't think I'll do that. But, like, what if we just made this guy, like, even his fucking auto combo was just frames, and his specials were just frames, and all of his shit was just frames. And, like, if you got the just frames, now, probably not, like, 1 frame, right? Probably think more like Luke Perfect Knuckles, probably. Luke Perfect Knuckles in Street Fighter 6 are, I think, like, 2 to 3 to 4 frames, depending. Right? Maybe you still get, like, something good if you don't get, like, the perfect, right? Like, maybe you still get something good, but, he gets real good if you do all these, if like, everything is linked correctly, you know? Maybe his auto combo does more damage if perfectly timed, you know? Maybe, you could have DJ level 2, yeah, like a rhythm super, maybe. I think the supers don't change either, by and large, but they did change the animation on Djeeta's, at least, right? So Siegfried being, like, this just frame based characters, I think will be real. Just frame based character will be very cool. As far as special moves, right? So this is his fireball. We know that one. Nelanov, right? And it is much faster there, right? This is just straight up like an attack. It's almost like, think of like Uno Rakshasa. It's not really a fireball. It's like maybe you would have, again, there's some characters, Grand's boot is still called Overdrive Surge, but it looks very different on his regular and EX version, right? Similar thing here. Maybe he still has Nelanov, but it's more of like you see how it's like this This actually would fit really well, right? Like if he sticks the sword in the ground, and if you hit the follow-up button at the right time, it's like this full screen plus on block fireball, right? Does a good amount of chip, very fast. You know, maybe on hit it like wall bounces them into Siegfried. But if you miss the timing, it goes like half screen, and it's like not very good, right? Something like that, because you see how he sticks it and then whoop, right? You can put a just frame on this as well. Right, I guess, honestly, you could do a very similar thing. This is not how he works in the game, right? You could do a very similar thing on this Verdrangen as well, right? Like this slash, where again, if you just do it normally, maybe it's like a slightly worse version of this that he's already got, right? But like, again, if you hit the just frame on the exact moment of the charge up, right? Then boom, right? Then it's plus on block, right? It still uses up a cooldown, but like maybe like even this like this version, for example, right, is quick, but it's minus, right? If you hit the just frame on this, maybe this thing is plus. Right? Something like that. Give him no L, M, or H versions. Make so different timings give different versions. Oh, that could be really cool too, right? Like, Siegfried in Relink is just like a timing-based rhythm game character, right? So I think that would be, what would your ideas be for the boss characters and those not in Rising like Bubs and Belial? We'll take a look. We'll talk about that in a sec. I don't think this is going to be really anything, right? He does have a parry here. This is basically what he gets out of his Orkin right now, right? Attack buffs, defense buffs, big defense buffs, right? This is interesting too, right? This is interesting too. He does have this buff where the more just frames in a row he lands, he gets this stacking buff. But if he ever fucks it up, it goes away, right? If he ever fucks it up, it goes away. So I don't know if it'd be like a damage buff. That seems like a little like because you don't want, again, just because something is executionally difficult. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge to a conversation from yesterday. Just because something is even very executionally difficult does not mean that it should just be broken, right? So I'm not saying like, oh, if you can do 10 just frames in a row, Siegfried should do 18,000 damage on his close stage. No, that's not what I'm talking about. But like some sort of stacking buff, maybe the more just frames in a row that he does, his like meter gain slowly goes up or something like that. Yeah, maybe it's a 5U. Yeah, maybe it's a 5U, right? That starts this like chain, and as he does these just frames, he gets these dragon stocks, but they obviously wouldn't be as impactful as the current dragon stocks. 3 dragon stocks would not be 50% damage, right? Maybe every just frame he does, though, is, you know, there's some merit to balancing difficulty of being better in exchange, but extremes are bad? Absolutely, right? Maybe, like, as he lands just frames, he gets, like, a little bit more damage. Like, every just frame, you know, is, like, 1 to 2% more damage or something like that. Or maybe he gets more meter gain, you know, something. Or maybe, you know, if he lands a certain number of just frames, he gets something, but before that, he gets nothing. Maybe this 5U, it's like, it gives him, like, 2 of these or something, and then if he lands, like, if he gets to 10 dragon stocks, he, like, I don't know, man. He like, gets 50 meter or something. I'm not sure, right? I'm not sure. Every just frame is just, like, a 5% damage boost for the combo? Maybe, right? He can build stocks to a perma reward, less payout than regular stocks? Maybe. You have to be very careful for permanently stacking anything then, right? It depends on how hard the just frames are, too. I mean, if we're talking literal just frames, right? If we're talking, like, literal 1 frames, then you can make this certainly a little bit... Like, there's still merits. Like, people are right? It is still true. If something is really hard to do, right? If something is really hard to do, making it so that he gets a like good reward for doing it, that's fair. It can't be like, well, it's really hard to do, so we made it broken. We made it one-shot you, right? That's not right. Yes, exactly. I'm talking about relink. You're right on the money, Loquai. I'm talking about his the relink skill. I say 2, maybe 3 frame leeway. Sure. Right, but yeah, something like this where the more just frames he does in a row, he gets some sort of stacking buff. Probably not damage, just because I think that could get out of hand really fast. Right, people are gonna hit these just frames, right? Maybe again, I think maybe more so like if he gets, you know, he builds up these stacks every time he does a just frame. If he misses one, it goes away, and maybe it's a movement speed buff. Actually, I like that idea, right? I like that idea of it being a movement speed buff, right? Well, no, yeah, gets better combos with it, not just damage. I'm saying the just frames in general probably like yes. Like think about non-charged H Verdrangen. If you just frame it, it's plus on block, right? Like you would, yeah, like it would alter properties of moves, right? But I'm talking about then specifically like a work the crowd, exactly, a work the crowd style buff that also just like in the background buffs him the more just frames he does. You know what I mean? And if he ever misses one, right? If he ever misses one, it all goes away. But like maybe it's like he stocks up, and then when he gets to 10 stocks, he gets like a, I don't know, like a movement speed buff for the rest of the round or something like that. Who knows, right? Who knows? It feels like if Sieg's walk speed got like significantly faster or something, right? So I think this could be a cool idea for Sieg. But yes, the just frames on like, you know, his other moves would just more so be like increasing the pressure potential, the combo potential, stuff like that, right? Stuff like that. Speedy Sieg sounds terrifying. You wouldn't be Seox, right? But again, like maybe, or maybe it's like one of those things where it stacks, you know? Like it's the whole round, but like if he every just frame that he lands in a row successfully gives him a buff, right? And maybe like at 5 of them, he gets like, I don't know, at 5 of them, he gets 5 or 10% damage for the rest of the round or something like that. Big deal, right? But again, if he ever misses these, they go away. At 10, maybe he gets like a movement speed buff or something like that, right? Maybe at like, you know, I don't know how high you want this to go. I don't know if it's gonna be realistic for someone to hit 15, 20 of these in a row or something, but having him like rewarding him for this technical output would be very interesting, I think. So better Lucilius? Well, no, because Lucy can never lose his blade level, right? Imagine if you fucked up an input on Lucy and you went back down to BL0, right? The big thing with this, the way this skill works in Relink, is that if he ever mistimes an attack, it all goes away, right? It all goes away. So if you know, maybe if you get to like 30 or something, you get 30 just frames in a row, which I mean the round has to last long enough for that to happen, and you have to not miss them or something like that, right? Maybe if you get like 30 just frames in a row, he gets some crazy shit, right? Like maybe then he just gets like the dragon stock buff. You know what I mean? Like he just gets like his current like 3 dragon stock buff of like 50% extra damage or something, right? But again, that would be very, very unlikely to happen. Something like that. Something like that. Right? Really for the fact that he's the most experienced, kind of like a Master Knight type character? Yeah, right? And I think, you know, Siegfried is a very simple character. Would an easy input negate this? No. Because the just frames would be timings on moves. It's not like difficult motion inputs. Again, think about Verdrongen, but you have to hit a second button in the middle of the animation. You know what I mean? For example. Right? Or like his auto combo, but it has just frames. Like if you just frame his auto combo, for example, it has like better properties on hits or something like that. You know what I mean? Think more Luke Perfect Knuckle. Luke Perfect Knuckle works in Modern just like it works in Classic. Right? Exactly, like Luke. Yes, exactly. You got it, Fade. Think Luke Perfect Knuckle. Right? Perfect. Yeah, perfect. So like it would not be affected by simple inputs at all, right? It would just be timing based. And I think that would be very, very cool. Making Sieg basically the most consistently executionally demanding character in the game. He is the most experienced Dragon Knight, right? He is the most experienced Dragon Knight. It's a damn good point. He's like the mentor for the rest of them as far as I understand it, right? So why not? And his current version is a relatively simple, straightforward character. Why not make him wild, you know? It's like the Mario RPGs, yeah, right? Like, the more just frames in a row that he lands, he gets a stacking buff, and also individually, his moves are not very good without just frame, but they're very good with the just frame, right? Like, imagine if this fireball, you know, you'd have different specials, too. Imagine if this fireball was like a full screen hit instead, kind of like Vane, but if you didn't just frame it, it was half screen, and it was minus on block or something. But if you just framed it, it was like, it was full screen, and it did more damage, and it was plus or something, right? Of course, the obvious, like, you have to balance this, but again, all of his specials and like maybe like his auto combo and like maybe some of his like normals, maybe it's like 6/6H or something, because normals would be the same, right? So maybe like they would all have just frames on them too, and again you get like slight like buffs for hitting all these just frames, right? Like maybe his maybe like his close M, right? If you just frame it, it's like +1 on block or something like that, right? I don't know. I don't know what it would look like, and you have to be very, very careful to not make this so that if someone was good at the video game, they just like never lose on this guy. But, like, I think it would be a very cool direction to take Siegfried, potentially, right? Just make him the most complicated character in the video game. Fuck it, why not, man? Fuck it. Who else do we have to talk about? We talked about Katalina. Captain's already in there. Zeta, Vaseraga, Siegfried, Charlotta, Ferry, Lance, Percival, Cag. We talked about. Okay. All right, I think... I think, Edward, I think you're finally gonna get your wish. I think I've ran out of time to stall. Because, I mean, maybe Sophon will... Oh, Vane. Right. I don't have Vane in here. Okay, well, I can stall for a little bit more. I can stall for a little bit more. I don't have Vane. I don't have the crewmate card for Vane. Wait, let's look at Vane on the Relink wiki. Look at Vane's skills in the Relink wiki. Vane is weird in Relink because his big thing is he has this like this bubble shield that he puts around himself, right? They don't show his skills and shit. They don't show his skills and shit. This wiki sucks. What the hell? Oh, there it is. No, here it is. Yeah. Yo, Lazy, thank you very much for the raid. How's it going? This is his current. This is like his DP right now, right? This is his 5U. This is the big sweep, right? This is hero. Like this is Wild Beats. We know all of these. This thing, Rampart, right? There's not a video for it, but this is like a big bubble shield that Vane puts down around him that completely, it eats everything, right? It eats everything in a radius around Vane, right? Like this bubble shield, think of it like his current shield, except it doesn't go out, it stays around him, and it eats everything besides like supers, I guess, supers and SSBAs and something like that, right? So, his 5U, Izanami Shield of Dreams, maybe. Again, BlazBlue, I'm sure, has a lot of very cool character concepts, but I don't actually know, unfortunately, I don't know that much about BlazBlue. But yeah, like, if his 5U just, like, put this bubble shield around him, like Z Broly's energy bubble, maybe, right? But, like, it would eat, you would have to run into it, right? Not the ribcage? Oh, is this, I've heard of that move, spoken, right? Visions of ribcage? Oh, no. But yeah, like, it's this bubble shield that you have to run past to get on him, right? You would probably have to tone down Vane as like a zoner if you did this though, right? You probably would have to make like, it's more like you probably would have to like tone down a lot of his ability to like hit people from full screen if he could hide behind the bubble. Maybe the bubble works both ways, right? But then what would be the point of that? It could be just projectiles as well. That might make it a lot more balanced, right? He might have, like... Oh, wait. That could be cool, actually. Vane? Dr. DeMonte, by the way. Thanks for the follow. What if he was just... Yeah. What if he was just, like, an incredible anti-zoner? You know what I mean? That bubble ate every projectile. So, like, nobody could zone this guy. And he was still, like, he's like a pseudo-zoner as he stands, right? He's got these big sweeps and stuff like that, right? Like, what if he just ate every projectile? So like if you were like a rushdown character, you're still just gonna run in anyway, right? Ribcage is the fan name for Shield of Dreams. Gotcha. Ribcage is an auto block while you're allowed to do other stuff, but it kills your own guard gauge over time and as you get hit. I see. Seen your vids on YouTube? Thanks, man. That'd be interesting because the big thing with Vane in Relink is that, right? Like that's his gimmick. He has the Rampart shield. It is a complete shield that blocks everything. Now again, maybe it doesn't have to be that good if we're gonna put it in the fighting game, right? If it is gonna be that good, we're going to have to like give Vane some serious penalty. Like maybe it takes like a really long time to set up. Maybe it's like a 70 frame setup or something like that. Maybe it only blocks projectiles. Maybe I don't know, right? I don't know. But putting that long as fuck cooldown, maybe, right? Maybe. You have to be very, very careful with it, certain, right? Whatever, like. Some sort of like all-encompassing god shield, you have to be very, very careful with that, right? It's a very good reason that they don't give Vane shield like real shield properties, right? But it could be interesting to just try EX Vane, just go fuck it, shield's insane, but like maybe he only gets to use it once a round or something, all right? Like maybe he straight up only gets one of these a round, hard limited, right? And it lasts like 10 seconds or something like that. Or it's his SSBA. I like that. Oh wait, I like that as an idea. It's his SSBA. I mean, that'd be an annoying ass comeback mechanic. If that was his SSBA, that'd be a really cool idea. Right? His SSBA, he puts this, it's like a weird install SSBA where he just puts the Rampart down and it like auto blocks everything for the next 15 seconds, but he can't move out of it. That'd be a really obnoxious comeback mechanic though. But you could also wait it out, right? Pot super clone, you could wait it out. If it's gonna be, you could like run away, right, and just like spot dodge it, like spot dodge his slams and stuff like that, and just wait him out potentially, right? Interesting comeback factor. Again, the balancing on this you'd have to be very careful with, right? You have to be, but like, I think that'll be an interesting idea potentially. I think that could be an interesting idea, right? Pot shield, but it doesn't advance, right? It doesn't advance. The Rampart shield in Relink, he puts it down, it's a bubble around him, it's stationary. So it would not be like pot Aegis Reflector, where it just comes into you, right? He would stay where he was, is the thing. So it wouldn't be Aegis Reflector, right? It would purely be a defensive thing. That's what I'm talking about, right? I don't know how Izanami Ribcage works, but people are saying it's an auto guard, so I assume she can like do stuff while it's like Vane would have to sit here and zone from full screen while it was up, kind of thing, right? So I don't really Aegis Reflector on Vane would be hilarious, yeah, but I don't think that's what we're looking for, right? It's just I guess it could make him very boring. It could make him like the world's greatest timeout character. So there'd have to be some sort of big limits on it, or like some counterplay to it, right? But I think it will be very cool. I think it will be cool. The shield itself doesn't move with Vane. No, that's how it works in Relink, right? In Relink, he puts down the bubble, and he goes, everyone get in here! Not like, oh god, what was that? Everyone, get in here! Everyone, get in... What Hearthstone PTSD did I just trigger for myself? Everyone, get in here! What is that? Everyone, get in here! That's a... It's a 3/3 that when you hit it, when it damages itself, it summons a copy. The warrior card? Yeah. Grim Patron. Thank you. Yes. Grim Patron. Yeah, it's a 3/3 that when it damages itself, it spawns a copy. I just got Hearthstone PTSD suddenly. Everyone, get in here. Everyone, everyone, get in here. Everyone, get. Yeah. My God. I love that card. You should probably kill yourself, I think. But yeah, so it's a stationary shields, right? It's Master Chief Armor Lock. You know what I mean? It's Master Chief Armor Lock. Like it's so I don't think it will be that broken, right? I don't think it will be that broken. It does not sound like Izanami Ribcage from what I'm hearing you guys describe it as, right? It'd be a stationary shield that he puts down, and it blocks everything, but he can't move away from it, right? Like it's just like it's this little bubble around him. But if he leaves it, it's gone. It doesn't follow him. It's not Aegis. It's not Izanami Ribcage. Nothing like that, right? And I guess then you have to give him maybe some more interesting ways to interact with people from full screen. So you can't just like run away and like wait it out, right? One interesting thing you could do, right, is if Vane is gonna sit behind this shield and be doing shit from full screen, you could give him some like. Testament Arbiter Sign type shit, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Testaments can high-low you from full screen in Strive. It's reactable, but Testaments can high-low you from full screen in Strive, right? So, like, if you just want to run away while Vane is sitting under the shield, maybe he can he has a slam that hits low and a slam that hits high. You know what I mean? That both hit from full screen. So he can still make your life hell from full screen and like force you to enter the Thunderdome with him, right? Oh god, Vane with better Navy pressure? Excuse me. Navy? What does that mean? I'm not sure, but I think building him around this, like, Zoner Vane was not on my bingo card. Yep. It could be cool, because, I mean, again, in Relink, that is his whole gimmick, right? His whole gimmick is just dropping that shield and hiding behind it, right? Now, there would have to be some way around it. Presumably, the shield could be kind of... I think the bigger the shield gets, the worse it is, actually, right? If this shield was pretty big and you could run into it, if you entered it, then Vane had no, you could like push, like say the shield was like it was like, it went from like here to here or something, right? So if Siegfried just got in here, there would be no shield anymore, right? Once you're in the shield, Vane does not get any benefits, right? Or again, you could restrict it to be his SSBA, right? So he doesn't get it every round, and even when he does get it, he's already very low on health. So if he makes a mistake, right, then he's dead. Meter tick down when SSBA activated. Yeah, I mean it would have a timer for sure. It wouldn't just last forever, right? But I think it'd be a bold design choice certainly. But I think you could make a balanced version of Vane that does this, right? I think you could make a balanced version of Vane that does something like this. Yeah. Navy Pressure is the predecessor to Arbiter Sign, courtesy of 9 the Phantom. It only has the overhead version, but 9 can set up unblockables with it. Well, I probably wouldn't give Vane unblockables, just because Grand Blue is a much weaker game than Blaze Blue, right? But yeah, like, a reactable high and a reactable low that he could do from full screen, I think could be interesting, right? If this is going to be his SSBA especially, so he can't use it unless he has 100 meter and is below 30, chances are you're low on health too, right? You're low on health also. So if he gets you with a couple of these highs or lows, you might die, right? But if you have a health lead, then who cares, right? It's kind of like Iggy almost. You just kind of tank it and move on. Also, he can't, with this, he can't generate meter until shield goes away. Maybe. Yeah, if it's an SSBA, right? If it's in like this weird install state, then he would get the meter penalty until it goes away, right? So I think there's a lot of ways to make it actually very bad. I don't think it's an idea that is inherently broken. You could make this ass very easily, right? So I don't think it's an idea we have to be too scared of even doing. But like, I think it could be an interesting thing, right? What would Able EX be? We can talk about other EX characters after this, but I think I'm going off ones that are in Relink to start with. I'd like EX Vane to be more aggressive, could give him his reeling skill that sucks enemies in as an anti-zoning tool. Yeah, I mean, one thing you could do, we talked about a possible anti-zoner Vane as well, where that shield is nothing crazy, it's just Z Broly, like Z Broly's Ki Blast shield, right? So like, it doesn't really do anything against people trying to rush Vane down, but it would make him a very good anti-zoner, right? If that shield is just, it spawns around him and it blocks projectiles and it walks with him, kind of like a Z Broly shield, then again, you know, Seox does not give a fuck. Gran does not give a fuck. But like Matera would hate that, right? Ferry, I guess, does not give a fuck. But like Matera would hate that. Vakala would hate that, you know? Anyone trying to zone him out would hate that, right? Making Vane this like brawlic, just like, give him the Z Broly shield, give him some like suck-in moves, right? Just make him a very difficult to zone character who like runs up and Marissa's your ass. That could be interesting. Because Vane, his normals, he's already got the building blocks of that, right? He's already got these like big meaty heavies, right? He's already got this like high damage. Vane is already 1 foot in that like brawler camp already, right? So I could see a world where him being this more like anti-zoning based like brawlic, just like run up there and kill you type fella. Might be interesting, right? That could be interesting. Because I don't think we have a big beefy anti-zoner just yet, right? I don't think it exists in like, you know, 2B and Uno are the game's kind of like premier anti-zoners, but they are not really this kind of character. They're not really this like slower, big, lumbering, murder you type fella, right? They're more like on the zippier side. They're anti-zoners because they're quite fast. You know, they got air mobility. 2B has a double jump. Uno has like 4 different ways to change his air momentum, stuff like that, right? So, I think that could be a fun idea, right? For a couple different ways you could go, certainly. I mean, lots of different ways you could go for all of these characters, but Z Broly shield on Vane could be neater than the stationary dome shield. Yeah. It depends on what archetype you kind of want him to go down, right? All right. And then for our last reeling character, I think I have to do it now. I think I blue-balled Edward so much that he left, but Sandalphon. Hello, Sandalphon. So again, I don't know at what point we actually get. I don't know if we'll get EX characters. Oh, there you go. He's still here.
Finally, Ra-ah.
Raha, my go. I didn't switch to him. Sandalphon is an interesting one, right? Because I don't know if we're gonna get EX for the entire roster at some point. It would so if we assume that they're gonna add three EX characters every patch, that's a big assumption, right? Even at that pace, right? Even at that pace, we would need a season 5 for the video game to get every character EX'd, right? If they're gonna add like 1 or 2, Grand Blue starts becoming a very long-lived fighting game for all of that to happen, right? Slow it down, Bucko already took 3 shots. See, be careful what you wish for. You want me to say Sandalphon before? You're gonna take a lot of shots, man. Because I'm gonna say his name. I'm gonna say his name, or you're gonna be in trouble. Make sure you can hold your liquor, buddy, because Sandalphon is coming. Romania? Oh, is that what that currency is? Yeah. But Sandy is another one of these characters, I believe, who has, well-timed attacks, right? He's got a similar sort of like timing minigame to his auto combos, right? He has this like side swap inherent in his moveset as well, right? Where he dodges left and right and then continues the attack. Kind of like a Lance 5U, almost. Think of it, right? I could see it getting that far since it's really solid, but it kind of has to draw in more players at some point. Maybe. I mean, it's getting bigger, right? Why do I hear Vane screaming every time you hear press a button in Relink? Because Rising is still taking inputs. It's still taking inputs while it's alt-tabbed, I fear. You can hear Sandalphon screaming. Show some grit. When do they add a Romanian character in Grand Blue? Tekken probably is your best bet for that. But, and obviously the big thing with Sandalphon, right, is that he has this Archangel gauge. And when this pops... Now, okay. This is just Arsene again, right? This is just EX Catalina again. When this pops, he is just insane, right? This is just the best character in the game. Now, I don't know, right? I don't know what you could do with that that's reasonable, right? I don't know how he would build that up, more stock characters for the video game. This is not really a stock character. This, again, think more like that like EX Catalina being Joker Arsene that we were talking about a second ago, right? This is not really a stock character as much as it is like a... Who would be the closest comparison? It's not... Lucilius is not, again, because Lucilius is... These modes run out, right? I don't know who would be the closest comparison currently in the video game to this. Who, like, builds up to something and then it runs... I guess almost like Soulforge, but he doesn't build up to it. He just hits a button, right? But, like, runs out over time once he starts using it kind of thing, right? Yeah, I guess so. It almost is just, like, Soulforge being a gauge now. Reverse Near? Oh, yeah. It would be like Reverse Near. Yeah. Reverse Near, right? Where, again, like, we talked about this with Catalina, too, right? Where you could build up to it, right? Sandy with Boys Love would be cool. I agree. Now, the question is, how does he build it up, right? We talked with Catalina about maybe she just builds it up by getting hits or something like that, right? We could do the exact same thing with Sandy. It is technically... Okay, we could do a mix of two ideas here, right? Sandy does have Just Frames on his moves in Reeling.
Incredibly.
What if he built up the gauge by doing Just Frames? People told me they wanted more sauce on Sandalphon too, right? We could negate some of the criticism. People say like, oh man, this Sandy character, where's the sauce? What if he built up the gauge by Just Framing? And then when he got to the max gauge, I don't even know, man. Like, what if... The question becomes, how do you make that, like, Archangel mode worth it? Because Sandy right now, yeah, Chromatic Wing Sandy, how do you make that, like, how do you balance that? Because Sandy right now flips between these elements, right? Chromatic Wings is all of them at once and then some, right? It's the 4 wings and then also, like, the light and the two white ones, I think, or the light and dark one. The one that he got from that fella Lucifer, I think. So, like, I don't even know what you would do with that. Like, does he get, like, an air dash and, like, I don't even, like, he gets the like, his fireball special becomes the H version of all of them, you know what I mean? Like, the light version is the fireball, the medium version is the H wind fireball, the H version is the H water ball, and, like, the U version is the H earth ball or something, you know what? Like, I don't even know. Post SBA, all your skills are one element based instead. Maybe. Right, but it would be like this, like, it would have to be like this, like, God mode status that he gets temporarily, right? Say he doesn't have Dark Wings or Darkness powers, right? I can see Chromatic Wings like a Voss stance, do a generic starter, then follow up per element. Maybe like that Blaze Blue character that you unlock their moves. I don't know if they could, like, that's like almost a full, like, that's so different. That'll be like a DLC character if you want to become like Susano. Like, that's like a whole new DLC character. I don't know exactly how much they're going to change for an EX, but cycles like Ginyu? Maybe, right? In a massive slump, burnout for SF6, so watching your Grand Blue content has been a nice brain relaxer, you know? I appreciate it. Also, thank you for the 3 months. I think I did forget to mention that. You mean Susano O? Yeah. It's Susano, okay. I'm white. Well, I'm not white, but I'm not Japanese. Apparently I am white. Apparently, I mean, I don't even know. I mean, I'm African, but I'm not black, obviously. You know, that's a whole thing. Apparently on the forums, Arabs are white now. I don't know what an Egyptian count says. Don't talk to me, man. What if his Archangel changes based on the special moves and then different Archangels are OP at different things? Maybe. My mom black? No, I'm not. I'm definitely not black. I don't know about the rest of you, though. We already have a Susano O. That's Rasuja. Well, not really, right? She doesn't really play anything like him. I called him Susanu for the longest. Strange. Rasuja's not really anything like Susano, right? She's just like a big god of destruction, sure, but like only in like name. And height and the way she moves? Sure. Light skin? Maybe? I don't think so, though. I don't know. I've never known what my race is. I don't think I ever will. But yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know. Right? This Celestial Wings thing. She might move like him, she don't play like him? Yeah. This Chromatic Wings is Like it would have to be some kind of god buff, and it would have to be have something to do with the elements, right? Like once he's in there, he would have to like stack a bunch of element bonuses on top of each other. Maybe I mean his specials will be different, right? His specials will be entirely different. So again, maybe he has 4 different special moves and they all benefit differently. Like one of those specials has a what if the dodge thing was his dash? The dodge thing? What are his skills actually? Take a look at his skills too for like inspiration on what his specials could be and how they might change with different elements. Oh yeah, he has this like, yeah, this is like this whole rhythm game. Super. This is a very quick way to charge his gauge as well, right? So if he builds this by just framing, maybe this thing as well he could build by just framing, right? This could be like the special that charges his gauge for him. Yeah, it's a big old explosion, right? Sure. Looks like a super. Yeah, yeah. I could also see it being a multiple just frame Rekka, right? That like you can charge the Celestial Wings gauge very quickly or something, right? That's a neutral skip. Made to in heaven. That's a parry. You could have that's his fireball, right? You could have him have 4 different special moves that each have a different like a different benefit when he's in Celestial Wings kind of thing. But what if instead of only having one element, he would build into each element with different combo enders, finally getting into Archangel install? That could be interesting. That could be interesting, right? Like he slowly, I mean, the thing is, if he has to do like 5 combos to get the full thing, that would be a lot. Like, I don't know how often that's going to happen. He'd have to be able to like build up to it probably a little faster than that, right? Or you'd have to, again, make him a character where it's like, I think you have to worry. I think the one worry is you don't want to make another Sandalphon who's fine without his gimmick, right? You want to make a Sandalphon who really needs the Celestial Wings, right? A snowball type character I can see working pretty well. Yeah, yeah. Like it's like snowballing into all the elements, but again, you have to, like play around with the speed at which that happens, right? It probably would have to be the kind of thing that could like feasibly happen maybe every round if he's having a good round. You know what I mean? Maybe it can build up slowly, but the install lasts for the entire match, like between rounds. That'd be a very interesting idea. They've never had a mechanic like that in this game, right? So I don't know about all that, but why not just make him a second Lucilius? You could just make him like Lucy. Right, you could just straight up make him like a blade level type character like Lucy, but maybe like a more aggressively oriented version of Lucilius with the blade level, right? The idea of him like building into that Celestial Wings form though feels like it's gotta happen, right? I feel like again, if we're taking inspiration from Relink anyway, like that has to kind of be what we're doing there. Me humbly thinks. Sounds like Samsho Yoshitora. Hits with every unique sort of specials once to unlock his ultra special. It's kind of full screen for this round only. Translating over only if not consumed. Oh, that could be interesting, right? That could be interesting if it's like, it doesn't carry over between rounds unless he didn't get it. You know what I mean? Like, if he got fire and wind, you know what I mean? But he still needs water and earth, then it carries over between rounds. As soon as he gets the install, it ends at the end of that round or after a timer or whatever. He has to rebuild it up, right? Without making it so like you might get like, you might get a round very, very commonly without fighting that guy. But like if you fight Sandy, he's going to get it eventually, right? Like it's like pity. If he doesn't get it, it carries over. If he does get it, it doesn't, right? If he gets it on round 1, he can't just like keep it. If he does get it on round 1, he's got to like work for it again, right? I like that idea. I actually like that idea. We could steal Samcho's entire flow right there. Word for word, bar for bar. That sounds pretty good to me. There's the reason why Susan has to re-unlock his specials every round he busted otherwise. But again, I don't think it's quite the same thing. Right? I think, like, I see the comparison obviously, but I think it's a little bit different. I think it's a little bit different what we're talking about. But yeah, it like not carrying over if he didn't get the full install, since it's all or nothing like that. I could fuck with that as an idea. So that's all the characters that we have in Relink, right? That are also in Rising. Otherwise, I mean, we have like Rackham is in, Relink, but not Rising. Same with a lot of the main crew, Rosetta, stuff like that. You're such a fun streamer, dude. Thank you. I'm gonna say that. I assume that you're not just saying that because you've taken 6 shots, but yeah, I think that's everyone, right? We talked about Vane as well. Well, I don't know what other crewmates I'm missing, but I think Vane is the only one that I'm missing that is not currently EX'd and is in both games. Could this carry over as a baseline, but not make him as extreme as Lucy BL5? Maybe, right? I think like one of the best parts about EX characters, and we can close the relink now. I think one of the best parts about EX characters is just how much room there is, right? And it's why I'm so happy that Narmaya was one of the first ones, because they showed us they're not scared to do some like weird shit, right? They made Narmaya, they took away her stance swap and gave her whatever the fuck, you know, whatever the fuck this shit is, right? Like side swap into, you can do 2 if you hit it raw, right? Yeah. Right? Into this, into fucking, you know, like she like they were not they showed us they're not afraid to like do like pull some absolute fuck shit on the EX character designs, right? So like this being one of the first ones we've gotten, I think despite a lot of the ideas that we've mentioned here being kind of outlandish, I think you could have probably said a very similar thing if someone theorized this EX Narmaya or like the EX Grand that we have or something. You might have been like, I don't know if that'll be balanced. I don't think that's a good idea, right? I don't think we could do that. And you know what? They did. So I think it's more like some of the like crazier ideas we brought up. I don't assume that any of them are going to be the actual EX characters that end up in the game, but something to that level of like obscenity is probably not off the table, right? It's not off the table, certainly. Yeah, them sharing ranks is a little bit unfortunate, but you know, oh well. Maybe that'll change over time as well, but it is certainly a bit of a strange decision as far as I'm concerned. Right? But yeah, man. We'll see. I think so. Meg is coming in October, right? With her own patch. Probably not a very large balance patch. Maybe a balance patch with like a big system change and no character changes, kind of like season 2. You might notice the Sandalphon patch had, you know, Brave counter was minus on block. All of the, you know, all DPs are counter hit punishable now, but there weren't that many character changes, right? The Wilnas patch brings many more character changes, right? But they don't have that many. They basically have no system changes, right? So it might be at this point that like maybe the Meg patch has, you know, some of those system changes we've been waiting on, like some Brave counter nerfs, some 6XL nerfs, something like that. But like not really any character changes. But I'm very curious. The thing that I'm most curious about is to see like how are we getting like more EX characters in the next patch, you know? Are we getting like immediately like 2 or 3 more EX characters next patch? I think that, you know, the dev team would have invented a lot of work for themselves that way. But I mean, listen, it's very cool work. And I'll tell you right now, from just like, I mean, I've been putting out YouTube videos, right? People are more interested in EX Gran and EX Narmaya than they are in Wilnas. Right, I'm just like seeing the views on the videos, right? I'm seeing like the watch time on the videos, stuff like that, right? I've been shocked they ever kill 6L. No, they're never gonna kill it, but they might like nerf it. They've nerfed it 4 times already, right? They're not afraid to nerf it. They might nerf it a little bit again, but right. So people are more interested in EX Gran and EX Narmaya. EX Zeta is probably the least, seems to have the least motion of the 4, right? If I had to rank it, EX Gran seems to be the #1 thing the community is most interested in terms of like watching videos, followed by EX Narmaya relatively closely, followed by Wilnas relatively closely, followed by EX Zeta like pretty far behind, right? But my point is that while this might be a lot of work the dev team has made for themselves, I think it's work that is worth doing, right? I think it's worth like, this is like work that is going to get them a lot of money, right? Because the thing is too, like motherfuckers are gonna like, they can play EX Gran immediately. They can't play Wilnas unless they buy him. I think it's a big reason behind this, right? They can't play Wilnas unless they buy him. It's almost like, this is like a weird comparison, so if you are not familiar with Dokkan, then I'm sorry, but it's almost like an easy A in Dokkan. You know what I mean? I don't know why this has been floating around in my head all the time, right? Like, you know, the cool new character is very fun, but an easy A of an old character that you already have, you can definitely play around with. People seem to enjoy those significantly more in that game too. And it's kind of a similar thing here, right? It's kind of a similar thing here where people are more interested in the EXs by and large than they are in the new DLC character, right? So I think even though, you know, I hope we get 3 more EX characters with the Meg patch. It's going to be a lot of work for the dev team, but again, I think it's work that's very well worth doing, right? And yes, free-to-play characters can play EX Gran. If the character is ever on free rotation, which Gran always is, you can play them, right? So like right now, everyone I think is playable in the free version. And as a result, you can play EX Gran, Djeeta, and Narmaya as a free-to-play, right? Dokkan mentioned, yeah, exactly. It's a similar idea, But yeah, man, that's Oh, we can speculate about other characters that aren't in Relink too, but like at a certain point, who knows, right? Like at least Relink gives us something to go off of. I have no fucking idea what EX Belial might look like. You know what I mean? I don't know. Right? I have no idea. Maybe the work on EX characters is why the regular characters have been getting as many changes. Yeah, it could be the case, certainly, right? It could be a case. Maybe we'll get one EX character per patch. I don't know, right? But yeah, like, for example, I have no fucking idea what EX Belial might look like. You know what I mean? Like, it would have to... The reason I wanted to go over the Relink stuff is just, like, because it gave us something to go off of, right? Something to go off of. Belial? Who knows? You know, like, Avatar Belial? Who knows? Beelzebub? Who knows? Nier? Who knows, right? No idea. He just starts touching you inappropriately. Speaking of Tokon, will you play it? I think so. It looks fun. Tokon looks very, very fun. It and 2x KO both are quite interesting to me, so... All they got is the gacha, yeah, and I'm not as familiar with the gacha, and they've already pulled a lot from the gacha to make the characters as they currently stand, right? So who knows? Who knows? I sent an example for EX Lucy. Is it just him at BL5 at round start? People often like they're like, what if the EX version was just a boss version of this character? I'm like, they're not usually broken, you know? Like, yeah, no, I don't think so. Lucilia's story combo exhibition. I don't think so. I don't think the boss version of Lucilius is going to be EX Lucilius, right? What in the world is happening? Is it just me or is that combo not that good? Maybe power creep really is a thing in Grand Blue.
Very good on. This person is incredibly smart and practical.
He looks cool? Yeah. This is him in the story mode, I guess? The story mode boss version? Interesting. Registered sex offender gameplay. Ooh, Tessera being a combo extender. That's good. Right. Is it just me or like has the game? People do way more damage these days now. Am I crazy? Like, is that for a combo that ends in super? Isn't this like not even that good? I mean, I don't know. But also, Inter guy who forgets to resub. Hello, Mr. Break. Hope you're having fun with the new patch. How's Wilnas been? Wilnas is crazy fun. In fact, you know what? That's 3 BP. I mean, sure, yeah. That's like, so that's 8k, an 8k super combo on 3 BP to start off close H, is that right? Off an anti-air, I guess? Off an anti-air. Yeah, start off an anti-air in the corner. I guess it being off like a non-counter hit anti-air is certainly a lot of damage, but... You've been playing Wilnas, Brick, please? But he's so fun. You don't want me to have fun? Boss characters have low damage to avoid smacking you in story? Yeah. It'd be funny if normals changing was a possibility. Yeah, but that is the one, like, that's, again, you know, the constraints let us imagine things in a bit more detail. We do know that that's not happening. At least not yet. I mean, they could always be like, fuck it, now we are gonna do that. Right? But now for now, we know that that's not going to be the case. Right? They're not going to add any more normals. We could play like 30 minutes to an hour of Wilnas and then call it. The main thing I wanted to do today was talk about those EX characters. We could just play some more Wilnas and then call it there. Some Wilnas. I have no idea how I want to say his name. I just rapidly switch between Wilnas and Vilnas. There he is. There's that fella right there.
Nerds.
What's your take on Wilnas? He's a little ignorant. I don't know how like actually good he is, but he's a little ignorant. Like, it's one of those cases where some things he might be very good, right? But, like, some things might have to be taken away from him, not even because he's, like, a top 3, like, broken character, but because he's just, like, silly. Like, it's a little too belligerent, I think, right? Also, El Magneto. Thank you for the follow. Good name. But he's also, like, exactly my kind of character. He's incredibly fun. I love him. But maybe he's a little bit ignorant. Arcs and Gorillas name a more iconic duo. Yeah. A nuke. Oh, you got far H on that on counter hit on that? So you probably got raw 236U too then, huh? We love ignorance. Wilnas is quite ignorant, and I do love it. You know about the camera? Okay, yes I do. Maybe I should try to hit someone. I have not hit someone with that in a game yet. What the chungus? So true, bestie. Maybe I should try to hit someone with that camera right now. Maybe I should hit this Wilnas with it right now. Oh, no 6Ps for me. Nice conversion. It's quite a bit of damage you put on me there. Wandahoy! I do love that he's ammo Tori. Uh-oh. Him just getting conversions off this medium knee is very funny. I know it's minus on block, but like still. On your toes! Nice. And he's got high-low for some reason. On your toes. By the way. On your toes. Yep. Reaction DPing that is going to be very important to not get haha funnied by Mr. Wilnas. Oh, I could have spaced and trapped his ass there if I had a little bit more courage in my soul. Owie. Owie. Oh, side swap. I fucks with it. Alright. Oh, and the save jump off it too. Wandahoy! Wandahoy! That's so much. That knee does so much chip damage, man. That's crazy. Mr. William? Correct. Sir William. I put him middle of the road. No 6XL hurts? Maybe. I'm not so sure how much it hurts, honestly. Bonk. On your toes. Oh, I am plus there. I just kind of forgot to take my turn back. On your toes, by the way. Bonk, 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 bonk. Actually, I was gonna do super, but I decided against it. Bearish. Give me your toes. Oh, that's punishable, but never punished. Wilnas X. It's true. Wilnas X, man. That's how it be. Hiya! Oh. Uh-oh. On my toes. Bearish. Ah! I barely whiffed, and he did the same thing to me. Wandahoy! Oh god! I just didn't block that or react to it at all. Again. Oh! That I did not catch that spot dodge until a little too late because of the rollback. Bearish. On your toes! Oh, he's dead, dude. Holy fuck. He's so dead, too. I had an SBA in the pocket. Wandahoy! He does go Wandahoy. I do fuck with the fact that he goes Wandahoy. What if he wants to ride another ride on the roller coaster? Yeah. Again! The gods will punish you for your greed? I don't think so. Rest in peace to anyone killed by the gods for their hubris, but it wouldn't happen to me because I'm better. Maybe even better than the gods. That's a goated, what is that? It's a Tumblr post, right? Goated Tumblr post. It really hurts not having the button against the good button guys. Well, I mean, his 6XL is very good against the good button guys, right? He does have a Guilty Gear 6P and a low crush. So I don't think it hurts him in neutral too much. It could hurt his pressure a little bit, certainly, but he's also got like more than enough plus frames to make up for it, I think. Speak of the devil. Oh, this is EX Narmaya. I just realized. Like, this 6XL is pretty good against said good button guys. Uh-oh. Amusing. Oh, shit, I gotta hit confirm that. I did not hit confirm that. That's my bad. He seems balanced? Maybe. I mean, I hope so. I don't want him to get nerfs, but... So, I think I'm gonna play this character, but... He seems a little silly to me in certain ways. This, though, we can keep this. We don't gotta do it. Yeah, this can stay. This is perfectly balanced, probably. Oh, I fucked up the combo. She lived. It's okay, I got an overhead. She was dead there, by the way. I just messed up the combo, because that delay is a little bit weird. Hadron Clash... What's the Clash level on Hadron? Is it, oh, nice. Block. Is it, heavy, I assume? Wandahoy. Oh. Whiff punish. Oh my god. The world's greatest. Oh, I tried to 6XL that. I'm not sure if I didn't get it out in time or if I just did a different move. Very possible. Perish. Oh, baby boy! That's fair. It's 6-6H level? Oh, I see. Vaseraga, yeah, so that's, I mean, that's why they don't expect it to clash with anything, sir. Uh-oh, stinky. Oh, that's not a gap. I thought there'd be, okay, I thought there'd be a gap in there. It's not a gap. Whoa! I tried to jump after that. It's my bad. It's on me, certainly. Oh! Again, I can't tell if I'm getting counter hit out of the 6XL or if I'm misinputting it. Because I am. I do misinput the stance moves quite often still. On your toes. Good damage off of a overhead. Safe overhead. In the mid-screen, I'd say. On your toes, Narmaya. So she's dead. She was doing pretty well, and then she got hit by the overhead twice. If I were to fall here... Windscreen, by the way. Get the Wilnas in there. Oh, yeah.
If you're concerned for the singularities,
how about you serve their meals?
Serve their meals.
So true. Windscreen butts, that's correct. Whoa! Okay, I'm only... I forget how plus I am off that knee. Is it +4? +3? Something like that? Fair. Side swap boo. Safe jump boo. Dare I say. Oh my god, I did not... Wait, why did 7 rollback frames? What the fuck? I did not expect the sudden jitter there. I didn't get to hit confirm my shit. This was not laggy last time. On your toes. Oh. I roll back into her dying and then not? Okay. +4? Gotcha. So I can't far H. Well, is this far H 12 frames? I think so. It would lose to 7 frame buttons, but I don't think that was a 7 frame button. I think I was just too slow. On your toes. Oh, she could have throw punished me. She didn't, so we'll take it. But... Wanda Hoy! Oh god, I thought that hit her. Dude, the rollback, yeah, I actually thought that hit her. Because I saw her flying up, and I rollbacked into her blocking it. Oh god. Narm 2U is 8? Yeah, so it should, I should have won. I think. His far H is 12, I think, not 13. I think I probably just didn't hit my button fast enough. Okay. Get away from me. Mito's DP on this guy, once again. Being very funny. That is punishable. It is like a big, quick low that he can do, which is quite a good time, but... Can I just do like this? No, that doesn't work. Okay. That's what I get for trying to get custom with it. That's my bad. Do-do-do-do-do. Rick downloading 12 terabytes of Wilnas. Yes, that's correct. It's 12 frames, this, right? Yeah. So that should beat... That should beat any 8-frame mediums. It'll lose to 7 framers, but... With some, I mean, some 7, like Gran Far M, right? Gran Far M will reach from here. Yeah. So it is maybe just safer just do this anyway, right? To Far M. I mean, on counter hits, you get basically the same shit off this and this, right? You don't get raw Hadron, but I don't think you get raw Hadron on this either, dude. I don't think so. Do-do-do-do. Never forget, Bahamut was so bad neglectful as a god. Lu Wo, leader of the 6Ds, and the light rep legit grew to hate his boss. I don't know what that means, but thank you for the lore dump. After a couple of days, how good do you think Wilnas is, Brick? Also, hello, Edelin. Hello. He feels pretty good to me. You get raw Hadron from Far H? Yes. You also get the M knee, right? Is this EX Gran? Yes, it is. No one plays regular Gran anymore. Or regular Gran. Lost. Again, that spot dodge was not his turn, I think. I think I just fucked it up. That was too slow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Stinky. Little belligerent with it. Sure. Decimate. Super? Okay. It's counter you do? You get the knee on non-counter hit heavies, I think. Uh-oh. Okay, I really didn't think he... Okay, he's really expecting me to be a gorilla. I didn't think he would. He baited DP twice. Bahamut is a god of Grand Blue and he sucks. That's fair. That's fair. Unfortunate, sir. I love 6P that I can combo off of on counter hit. I failed to combo off it there. There you go. Works a little better, no? On your toes! Oh. In the corner, you say. Again. Oh, wake up DP. I guess because this fella is pretty DP pilled, so he's ready for me to be DP pilled as well. Sure. No anti-airs? I suck. Call me Rashido the way I suck. It is pretty hard to actually punish that on spot dodge, I think. You can certainly DP and then cause Mr. Wilnas lots and lots of trouble, but I think the spot dodge you have to be pretty early to punish the heavy one. It does not have a lot of recovery. My biggest issue with Will is how safe his punch is. That is certainly... What the fuck? That is certainly appearing as a bit of an issue to me as well, yeah. The spacing traps he can do off Hadron feel too good for a character with a Guilty Gear 6P. That's a dumb way to end that, but oh well. Step dash into block, he's gonna DP. Nope! I've never had the correct read in my entire life. I'm an idiot, a fool. I know nothing. I take the role of a silly clown, etc. On your toe! That U skill as like just a quick low check? I'm a big fan. On your toes. There's one thing Wilnas have to lose to be the meterless DP. Yeah. It's not an unreasonable take, I don't think. On your toe. Oh. On your toes, Grandison. I tried to 2-1, I did not 2-1. Oh! You know, I didn't think he would jump. I should have, though. He jumps a lot. Fresh. The carry is kind of wild, too, off these, like, little hits. He just sends you. Oh, nice bait. Bonk. Oh! Again, I don't think that was actually... That wasn't a punish. I just tried to match after he spot that. I will be minus most of the time. Oh, I tried the DP! No! I fucked it up! Oh, it's not full cinematic? Oh, we're chilling. We're chilling, actually. Never mind. I got 17,000 health. Imagine not having... Oh. The camera drags with them. Yeah, lowering the pushback on Hadron on block is probably a good idea. Uh-oh. Stinky! Gran is jumping over a lot of my shit. Ow, it. Get away from me. Oh no, Grandison. Into the corner with you. Oh, too early. Too much delay. Or not enough delay, actually. Rather. On your toes. Oh. You know. Oh, I'm safe. You know who isn't safe, Granule? Oh my Jesus Christ. Wait, that super recovers really fast? Am I crazy? How many frames total is that super? Okay, it's not that little. Yeah, it's not that little. I don't know why it feels like it's recovering fast, but he's there for a while. There's nothing wrong with that. That's safe. He's following the laws. Safe on whiff. I think that Gran maybe just reacted a little too slow because he's midair. That's not that safe. It's fine. I mean, like Gran's is a shorter animation. Right? It's not that big of a deal. If you do nerf the pushback, doesn't he die to 6XL? The move's -9 already? Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't be... To be fair, 6XL will be a bad... Like, right now it should be frame perfect to punish it, right? Yep. I don't think Wilnas should be doing that on block, right? I have a feeling Djeeta's getting forgotten again. People are... I mean, I'll tell you from the YouTube analytics, people are less interested in EX Zeta than any of the other 3 new characters, right? Oh! Oh well. I thought it would DP. Seems like he's in that kind of mood or something. Wanda hoy! Yep, anyway. Guilty Gear 6P. Don't ask, don't tell. Again, I could have killed him there. It's a damn shame. If I get better at that delay after the U Hadron... Oh, I'm dead? Yes? I think so. If I get better at that delay after the U Hadron, the amount of kills that I've missed for missing that heavy follow-up. Yeah, nice. Wanda hoy! Clearly thumbnail diff? Maybe. Whoa. Spot dodgy. Anyway. I don't know, man. Maybe. It's like, I mean, that's good damage. Could have been more, probably, but it's good. I'm not anti-airing this Gran whatsoever. Nice job. I did space it outside of throw range, which is nice. On your toes! Oh, no conversion. He's ass, I fear? Okay. Glad they're able to near perfectly design Wilnas. Here he's like his gotcha self. That's cool. Oh my god. That fucking reached. That far H does. Oh right, special cancels. Right. I was like, wait, isn't that minus on block? I forgot about the scourge. Well, could have probably side swapped him, but. Decimate. Okay. Bonk, I guess? Could be worse. Oh, it's not meaty. I did not mean to step dash. Oopsie. Wait, isn't that one punishable, actually? Am I forgetting something? Maybe it's plus. He's acting like it's plus. I do forget what the actual frame data on that looks like. Bearish. And bonk. Little headbutt finish. Guard push is usually plus. Most of Vaseragas are minus. But that one I think is plus. The way words on thumbnail does magic, it's like a hook. Usually text on thumbnails is a bad idea, but I think it needs to be very justified. You know? Yeah, so mates. Oh god. One day I'll anti-air this Gran. It's just not gonna be today. Uh-oh, decimate. I do like the way he says decimate. It's got some it's got some meat to it, right? On your toes. I see movement. What? Cool. When was the last time you saw that, fellas? When was the last time any of you saw Supers clash? Supers have a clash level, people. SBAs can clash and SSBAs can clash. And if you didn't know, SSBAs crush SBAs, actually. It's something that I labbed out a while ago, but it's the first time I've ever seen it happen in a real match. Good mix. I didn't get counter hit there, so I didn't get the heavy. It's my bad. Bit of a silly Billy maneuver and choice. Oh my god, he's the world's greatest? Holy fuck, he's got the... Okay, nice. You playing to GM Wilnas? Probably. I think this is not one of them one of these characters who's gonna play to master and stop. I mean, obviously, right? This is co-main territory. I love this guy. This character is just straight up too fun. It should not be allowed. Except thank you for allowing it. Because I'm having a very good time. Hit me! Does he say hit me with the knee? Hit me! Hit me! Yeah, I think I agree on reducing the pushback on Hadron. It feels again belligerent in a way that maybe he shouldn't be. Like he's belligerent in other ways, you know. But will I get into 2K? I don't know if I'm actually gonna like try to compete for GM, but I'm just gonna play the character a lot, certainly. Do it for her? Yeah, it's just my Wilnas collage. We'll play like 30 more minutes, I think, and then call it or something. Wilnas. EX Narmaya? Okay. There should be limits to belligerent? Yeah. You think they'll emergency patch nerf his damage? No. I actually think his damage is the purpose of the character. It's the things around the damage I think need to be, right? Like, I think if he's gonna do this much damage, he shouldn't have meterless DP. You know, if he's gonna do this much damage, he probably, you know, like, he shouldn't have, like, such good spacing traps, kind of thing. You know what I mean? I think the damage is actually the one thing where I'm like, it's certainly insane, but it's, like, clearly the point, right? That should stay, I would say. Give me your toes. Bonk. Like, his damage is highest in the game, but it's also his entire gimmick, right? In my opinion. Uh-oh. Everyone's baiting way more DP than I'd expect. I mean, if you If the rest of the character becomes worthless, you're never landing the damage without that threat. Exactly, yeah. And I'm not saying we should make the rest of the character worthless. I'm saying the rest of the character is maybe, you know, too good considering the reward he gets on the hits. Uh-oh. I love Guilty Gear 6P. It's just why the fuck not? Wait, is that safe? Or is my far L just too slow? Ow. Cool, I'll take it. Amusing. On your toes. Oh no! I fucked with the timing and I'm dead now. Wait, am I? I feel like they messed that combo up. I feel like there's a... I might still be dead. Oh. Amazing. Wilnas X. Perhaps the high-low should scale the damage some while keeping the damage off the regular hits the same? Maybe, maybe. That? Oh, not quite. You see what I mean? Like, you know, like the 6P, if he didn't have a meterless DP, he'd still have this. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, he'd still be fun. Do you see that? It is, like, genuinely hard to fuck with that move. By the way. Like, it's 8 frames, heavy attack level, and it's got upper body invuln. Like, it is, you know. That shit is like the normal version of riding free or something. I think he's like better than Versuis. I mean, Versuis is maybe like top 4, so like that's not exactly low praise. Yep, a little Guilty Gear 6P action. Never hurt nobody, except the person getting Guilty Gear 6P, I guess. Wonderhoy. Oh, good block. He's still dead. Oh, you're not dead. That was a throw punish. People definitely there's things that are punishable on Wilnas people are not punishing right now. Certainly. Same. The Grand Blue Handshake, but with Raging Strikes? Yeah, why not? Seems fair. Aye. Hello, Toy. People are talking like this dude is like Launch B, and I'm like, hell no. I mean, again, Launch B is also greatly exaggerated considering the game she came out in, right? Like, obviously, Launch B will be top 1 right now, but she wasn't even top 1 in her own. I don't even know. Launch B was top 5 probably in the game she released on, right? I don't know if Wilnas is top 5, but... Well, I will stand by to the day I die that Launch B was kind of greatly exaggerated as well, right? That's what I'm saying. Will isn't even that level. I don't even know, man. That's gonna take some dust to settle. But like, is Wilnas like roughly a top 5 character? Maybe. It's not like out of the question, right? It's not out of the question.
Believe in victory.
I think probably he plays a lot slower if you play him quote unquote correctly, but he actually does have a lot of like genuinely absurd tools. On your toes. Plus unblock roll is horrid for anyone without a good means to stop release Beatrix. I agree. But again, Release Beatrix came out in a game with pre-patch Siegfried, pre-patch Belial, pre-patch Seox, and most importantly, of course, pre-patch Nier, right? I'm not saying that Release Beatrix wasn't very strong. I'm saying, like, in the game, she was actually, you know, she wasn't even the best character in the game she came out in, right? I genuinely don't even think she was top 2, to be real with you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Stinky. How's one supposed to be weak to zoning? I don't know that he... I mean, certainly, like, he can be. I could see Matera giving him a hard time, but he has good neutral skip and, like, pretty solid anti-projectile. Like, his anti-projectile tool is faster than any projectile, right? Oh, he's dead. Cool. Why are you talking about a character who may or may not be top 5? He's fine. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think one needs an emergency patch, right? Does he maybe need some nerfs? Sure. I feel like, you know... because a character could even like, say Wilnas is like a mid-tier, but he has one incredibly belligerent thing about him, that could still be warranting a nerf, right? You don't have to be like actively winning every Arc World Tour event or something like that to be like if Wilnas is like a mid-tier, but he had like a bug that gave him an infinite, for example. We could talk about nerfing that. That's not like, you know. I blinked and she's dead. I'm dead too. Why shouldn't I live these? 17,000 health. Yeah. You know, I meant to super, but I would have died anyway. When Dan had an infinite? Yeah. The Stinky is with the orangutan that pooped itself, I think. Anyway, I love Guilty Gear 6P. Like, if the tool he gave up, like, if we just go 1 for 1, he gave up Grand Blue 6XL for Guilty Gear 6P, I don't know, man. That's like... That might be an even trade. Oh my god! That would have clashed, actually. It is 6XH attack level. That might be an even trade, you know what I mean? On your toes, Verathan. Oh my god. The robbery? Oh, I wasn't in close end range. Which is still dead. Chat and Mr. Brick, I might have a problem. Might be turning into a near player. I mean, that's not a problem. You know, that's more of like, I wish you the best in your struggles. Barish. But yeah, I think in reality, this is a space control character, right? He's got the huge far H with a ton of active frames, really good one-button hit confirm hits, right? He's got a good neutral skip, sure, but like, this is a character that is going to be, like, he's more similar to like Katalina and Percival, actually. I mean, like, these like hit whiff punishes into really big one-button hit confirms, right? Like, I think Percival is actually probably like one of the closest comparisons as far as how his neutral is going to be played, right? Now, those characters do lose to zoning pretty hard, but I think one of the weird things is that people are, I think people are looking at this character like he's a rushdown, and I just don't think that's the case. You know what I mean? I don't believe that's probably accurate. I mean, like, any character with a Guilty Gear 6P and Grand Blue is not a rushdown character, right? Pretty. Percy dies or you get zoned and can't get stocks. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not even talking about the zoning thing, right? Certainly, Percy gets his absolute shit rocked by Matera. But... Well, yeah, Wilnas at least has neutral skips. You know, he has anti-projectile tools. Like, he's got stuff that Percival doesn't. But he's by no means a rushdown. I like to play him that way because it's fun, right? I think he's very fun to play as a rushdown character. But I think optimal Wilnas probably slows the game down a lot, actually. Right? Like, the correct way to play Wilnas probably is a very slow sort of playstyle. I like doing I like getting on my opponent's face and killing them because I want to hit you with the big boy. But I think a much more patient Wilnas probably is the way to go a lot of the time. Bonk, bonk. I like doing that. You know what I mean? Because, like, do you not feel the dopamine receptors firing when you do that? Just me? Yep. Get spacing traps, nerd. On your toes, Mr. Civil. Oh. I fucked up. I should have close end. He would have been dead. Oh, it's so fast. He was charging up the Verdrangen. The Verdrangen. You see that Voss has his Terminus weapon from Relink in the Battle Pass? Yo, Ereshkigal? My go? Wow, that's my Relink main. That's my Relink main. Amusing. Okay. On your toes. Oh, never mind. That does not combo. I thought it would combo off the close H. I thought it did. Oh, I can't OS Orkin though, right? Yeah, he has no Orkin OS. He has to actually hold that shit. He has no 7-frame crouching move. Which is interesting. Oh, DP again, sure. It feels like people want to DP a lot against. Does this have any projectile involved on it? A little bit. It feels like people like to DP a lot against Wilnas, which I understand. But I think it's the kind of thing that, you know, once you start baiting that shit out. Exactly. Right? I feel like people are just gonna go to hell. People really like DPing on Wilnas because he has so many plus frames and he's so scary, but like this is also the character that is going to send you to hell for blocking that DP more than almost anyone. On your toes, Percival? Or Percival. On your toes, Siegfried. My bad. I did not mean to miss Dragon Knight. Bonk. This is probably a bad use of meter, to be fair, but it's funny. I like doing the big funny damage on the big funny guy. Thoughts? Oh! Yeah, not being able to OS Orkin kinda lame. Right? Certainly kinda tough in this matchup. On your toes, Percival. Wait, why do I keep calling him Percival? Am I racist? Might be Dragon Knight racist. Wilnas is plus on block for his DP? What? No. No, absolutely not. Is that what? Did I say that at some point? Ow, ow. His close normals are plus, yeah. I say people like to DP him a lot because of how plus he is all the time. Not because he's plus on his DP. Oh, no board. I have to remember too that dash M is a low crush, right? He's got Guilty Gear 6P, but he's also got a low crush. In case you start using too many lows to beat the 6P. Yachts. Yachts, damn. You've yachts to be kidding me, Siegfried? Oh, I could have raged. I didn't realize my cooldowns were down. Ah. Victory comes, and so do I. Okay, he plays a rushdown for now for the sole reason people don't know him well enough. Yeah, yeah. You can do a lot of punishable stuff and be safe, right?
Stay on your toes.
But I really, is the frame meter mod updated? Does anyone know? I would love to download it for next stream. I think Saturday's probably going to be a horse stream, getting ready for Champions Meet, but for next Sunday, we're going to be playing, I guess it was Percival. Oh, it's Percy to Master. True. Not yet? Okay, okay. But yeah, I would like to get that on there because I want to see exactly what all these hitboxes, hurtboxes, all of this look like. What is the Orc in OS? So you have a 7-frame low, you just press it when he does it. A 7-frame crouching move in particular, because you want the overhead to whiff, but...
Very good odds.
Yes.
This person is
right? It beats everything but him doing parry. And if it's big enough, it'll even beat Orkin into nothing in a lot of cases. Yo, green cheese grater. Hello, hello. Thank you very much for the 5. Oh, God. Oh, no block button against Grimnir? You think Wilnas is the best new character, the 2.2 patch? Him or EX Gran, probably. Hard to say. I think EX Gran and Wilnas are both, like, at least, like, vaguely top 10, maybe, characters. Oh, I tried to 2H Grimnir like an idiot. Nice. I'm glad that doesn't combo anymore. I was dead last patch, though. Oh! He's on the other side now. On your toes. Oh, nice block. On your toes. Oh, nice spot dodge. I actually blocked that. I didn't guard, but I'm so proud of myself. His Farl's got some recovery on it, right? Oh, yeah! Will you melt or burn, Mr. Nir? Let's take on EX Narm. Pretty good. I'm not sure if she's as good as regular Narm. That's a very high bar, so that's not on her. It's not like her being ass or something. Oh, I meant to do the medium one. How plus am I after that, actually? Can I get, like, raw, like meaty medium there? I assume he gets a safe jump after SSBA, so probably have to delay a little bit. Owie. Nainu has been beating my ass, I will say. Every time I fought him recently. Oh my. I guess one of those people where I have to slow it down a little bit. Unless he's doing some fuck shit like that. Oh, on your toes, Grimnir. On your toes, Grimnir. Okay. Minus now with that pushback is take your turn with 6XL. Yeah. In some cases, you get the frame perfect 6XL. It is 9 frames, so you could punish him like that. On your toes, Grimnir. On your toes. I want to be free. Oh my god, you can just do that. Oh no. I didn't even think about that. Oh my god, he just kills the tornado. Because of course he does. Oh no. Right. Oh wow. Dude, it's a really good anti-projectile tool, man. Who would win? Tempest Gale of the Wind God versus Gord. Exactly. Wow. Dude, again, if that's what, he said, get that shit out of my face, for real. Like, if we traded 6XL for that, with also it having, like, the Strive 6P properties, I'm telling you, man, that might be a worthwhile trade. I'm not gonna hold you. I know Vaseraga would gladly give up his, like, bum-ass 6XL for this, at least. Perish. Memento. Again. Oh! okay. The sealed axe is a little faster. I think once is only +1 after that or something. I need to spot dodge. I was trying to hit the guard, but not like this. Hey, look at that meter penalty, though. Kinda nutty, though. Kinda nutty, no? Are you dead? Not quite. On your toes, Grimnir! Keep your head up! Yeah, I think Voss may be a bad matchup. I think Voss actually, I'm not sure that Wilnas likes fighting the big fella. Anyway. Guilty Gear 6P. Anyway. Oh, nice. I didn't actually realize he blocked that. Like a thought. No, sir. Coming through. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Wanda Hoy! Oh, wow. I was like mid JH. He's fast on those seal dashes. Yeah, the aerial seal dash is gonna bully pretty hard. Oh, 6-6-H. Oh, that wasn't even a combo. Okay. Getting kind of discombobulated. Kind of ironic for the guy with the armor smash to be bad into the armor guy. It's so slow. So slow. Right? Yes, sir. On your toes, Grimnir. Okay. On your toes. Oh, that's a little faster than what I'm doing. Place it back. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Oopsie. One ahoy! Oh my god, nice whiff punish. Jesus. On your toes. Oh, I am plus there. He is +2 there for some reason. Don't get it. Don't get it twisted. The low is plus on block, good sir. It's not an auto beat armor move. No, he doesn't have a good. Like again, Ladiva is a much better at dealing with Vasaraga's armor than Wilnas is, right? It still has to go through all of its hits to kill him. So. Yeah, exactly. Hit doesn't force armor. It just gets an additional hit against armor. No, it doesn't. It just does multi hits, right? I think. Oh, wait. Actually, I guess you're right. Yeah, it just gets multi hits on armor targets. You're right. It's not always a multi hit. That's true. I could not BC 2-2-N like 4 times. It's multi-hits? I guess it only is a multi-hit against armor. That's true. Because now that I'm looking at it, H Hadron is not multi-hitting Gran normally, right? I guess maybe the first hit knocks them away so far. The other hits whiff unless they stay there, aka against armor. But yeah. Like Hadron is 2 hits against armor, medium, and HR 3. Yes. I think you're right. Multi-hits only on block? Oh, I see. And armor is like the same sort of thing. It's not free? No. Again, I think Voss actually might be... I don't know if it's a bad matchup, because again, Wilnas makes Vasaraga look like Seox when he hits him. But I think Vasaraga's pressure is going to be really hard for Wilnas to get out of. He's going to be like a lot of the cast who just like doesn't really have a good answer against it, right? It's one of those matchups where you play as a space control character, for sure. 6XL, or 6P, rather. I mean, 6XL is true. Like, 6P is going to be big here. Wanda Hoy! Oh no! Wait, it does both? It ate... Oh my god. Wait, it ate Gate of Demons and hit the Seox behind it? Oh, this matchup might be bad for Seox. Wait, really? It eats the Gate of Demons and hits the Seox behind it. It's allowed to... We can do that? The anti-projectile thing and the hits are not set... Like, it's not like... I don't know why. Like, I thought it would be like, you know, it'd be consuming the attack to kill the fireball. That is unfortunate for the boy. I'll tell you what. Oh, nice. I think he would have gotten a combo off that, actually. On your toes, Seox. Okay. How strong is Wilnas Far H? I think it's pretty good. Right? It's big. It's slow, certainly, but it's very big. And I can't tell yet, but it looks like it has a lot of active frames on it. I mean, you can try to, like, mediate here, but... Yeah, right? So that's at least 5 active frames, because it's on frame 12 normally, right? That's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's at least 5 active frames on this thing. And there might be more. So I think he gets really good conversions off of it. It's quite big, and it has lots of active frames, right? Seox with no crystals versus Wilnas. I can't watch. Yeah, good range, decently fast for how big it is. Yeah, yeah. It's not like a Galleon 5H, but... Normal people in chat is 12 frames slow for a far H. Yes, it is. Yes. 10, I'd say, is like 10 is like an average good speed for a far H. After that, you're getting slow. 9 is a fast far H. 8 is an incredibly fast far H. On your toes. Oh, this is regular Narmaya? What the hell? Boo. Boo. Play the EX characters. Get new material. Boo. Most far H are 10? Yeah. I'll call 10 like that's a good speed for a far H. Yeah, Voss far H is 17. He's a bit of a special case. He's a bit of a special case for the speed of his shit. It's also 6/6H attack level though, so you will not see any, and also it's like the biggest move in the game. So you will, the Vaseragos will not see any sympathy from me. On your toes. Oh, that is throw punishable. You can space it out to not be throw punishable, but how I did it right there definitely was throw punishable. Right? Vaseraga Georg is an outlier and should not be considered. Exactly. Random question, the 7-frame crouching move beats Sieg, Orc, and Parry. No. We can talk about the Orc and OS real quick. Who's like the... Katalina is like the best example of this, probably, because of course she fucking is. Because her 7-framer is gigantic. Basically, what happens with Orkin is... If Siegfried does Orkin into nothing as well, right? If he does Orkin into nothing, he's minus enough, the 7-frame punishes him, right? He's minus... I don't know how minus he is, actually. Minus 10 something? Oh, I want him to like guard button after. How do you cancel it? How do you do like Orchid? How do you actually stop doing the Orchid? There is a way to do Orchid into nothing, yes? There you go. You just I was gonna mash the guard button, I suppose. No? Oh, back. This hit back. Okay. Gotcha. Just hold back after you Orchid. Yeah. Right. So if he does that on block, he's minus 11, right? So that's more than minus enough. It's more than minus enough. This gets it. You just have to make sure that even if he spaces it out, it still gets there, right? So that it beats that option. If he does this guy, right? This move whiffs on crouching opponents, right? So normally, right, if I just crouch, this whiffs, right? It's a reaction check. If you can punish him, you can. With the OS, if I have a 7-framer, right, it whiffs and I hit him out of it, right? If he does Uva, right, if he goes 1, 2 into this, the 7-framer is also fast enough to hit him before he gets, you know, too high up there, and you can kill him for it. I think it is this guy, by the way. I think this guy is the reason it needs to be 7 frames. I think if it's 8 frames, you'll die to that. We can try that out in a second. And again, so it beats Orchid into nothing. It beats Orchid into the upward slash. It beats Orchid into Uva. It beats Orchid into command grab, obviously, right? Because command grab is a huge gap. You can always mash on that with any button. But it loses to parry, right? Like, that's the, like, it turns Orchid into a 50-50, right? How do you do Orchid into, is it N? Yeah. It'll lose to this, obviously, because you are just, like, swinging, right? There are 2 U's, 8 frames. I believe 8 frames lose to this guy. Let me see, though. So if I try to do 2U here. Yeah, you see? Because it's one of those ones where... Oh, good night, King. It's one of those ones where it's like Ladiva Lariats. It whiffs on crouching, but it will not whiff on crouching opponents hitting a button. And the gap there is 7 frames. Right? So if I try to 2U when he does this, I get counter hits. If I try to 2M, I hit him out of it. Right? So that's why if you have a 7-frame crouching button, crouching so that, you know, it whiffs, if you have a 7-frame crouching button, like I don't believe a 7-frame standing button will work here. Like if we got Grand Far M, for example, right? I believe Grand Far M will also, that upward swing, I think hits earlier on people who are standing, right? So if I get Granathan here and I do his Far M, which is a 7-frame button, actually I need to space it out a bit more, so I'm not in close M range. I need you to space that out a little bit more, big guy. Right, see? I hit Far M, but again, that upward swing hits a little bit quicker on people who are standing. So you specifically need a 7-frame crouching button. And the size of your button matters because you want to be able that even if Siegfried does this, even if he really spaces it out very well and does Orchid into nothing, right, from very far away, you want your 7-framer to reach to punish him, right? Like Grand 2M is 7 frames, but it's not big enough, right? So you, like, even if Siegfried does Orchid into nothing, you don't want to get spacing traps. That's why Katalina, again, is sort of like the poster child for this OS because she has, I think this is the biggest 7-frame button in the whole game. I think. This 2M is just, like, absurdly huge. I might be mixing it. Maybe someone else has it, but I think that's the biggest 7-framer in the game, right? So even if Sieg does his Orchid into nothing from, like, very far away, right? Oh, right there actually did whiff. But from many, many distances, right? Katalina can still get the punish on the 2M right there, even off Orchid into nothing, right? So that's why the range on your 7-framer does matter. What about Ladiva 2U? It's also 7? True. Well, but Ladiva 2U, that's a good point. But Ladiva 2U, at its bigger ranges, it's not a 7-frame button, right? Ladiva 2U is huge. It hits from, like, all the way over here, but it's 12 frames from there, right? The crazy part about Katalina's 2M is it's 7 frames the entire way through, right? Like, the first active frame hits that far out. Ladiva 2U is way bigger than Katalina 2M, but at those longer distances, it's hitting on, like, frame 11, frame 12. That would work on Spaced Orchid. It could, actually. The reason it could is because any of the other follow-ups will extend his hurt box forward. And the Orchid into nothing is minus 11, right? You'll notice. Like, Orchid into nothing here is minus 11 on block, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So Ladiva actually is going to be very, very good at this as well for a similar reason. Because he's like, here, this is actually, you know, like, that is hitting on frame 8. It's still a punish, you notice, right? So it'll hit every other Orchid move on frame 7, and it'll work. If he does Orchid into nothing, as long as it's not hitting on frame 12, its last active frame, right? Then it's going to it's gonna work. So Ladiva is also very, very good at this OS. That's a good point. Ladiva's 2U is very strong against Siegfried Orchid for the same reason. And, like, the risk reward on 2U doesn't matter because it's gonna punish everything or get parried, right? So, like, where normally Ladiva 2U is a very risky option on defense, it's either going to hit him because he's doing any kind of Orchid follow-up, or it's going to get parried, and then, you know, it's going to be like any other move. He's going to trigger the parry and then kill you. Right? I fought that exact Sieg, like, 3 times a few weeks ago, so I'm looking for details. Yeah. Ladiva 2U will be pretty good against this, right? Because Ladiva 2U up close, and from most ranges, is 7 frames, right? So Ladiva 2U can, again, this is the culprit, is this guy right here, right? This is why you need the speed. This will OS this, like, very successfully at basically all... Oh, right, but no, I forgot about this. Right. She goes a little high up here. Yeah. No. Sorry, I forgot one thing about this. Because she goes airborne, actually, she trades here. Now, that's still not the worst, because if you tech, you're plus, right, where it's a hard knockdown, right? Ladiva can tech here, and Siegfried is hard knockdowns. So you are plus, but it's a little funky. If it's gonna kill you, it'll be trouble. But yeah, Ladiva is plus, like, 12, I think is probably right. But again, this Orchid is not a hard knockdown, the 2U is, right? So you are going to be plus here. But there's a little bit of Finnick with it, right? I believe it should work against the other ones too, like Uva and shit. It should just beat them out clean as well, if I remember correctly. Right? Yeah. It's only the light one, and again, you're still plus there, you're just going to eat that hit. So, like, if it's like a matter of, like, you have no health left, it might be a problem, right? Still better than nothing? Yes. Still a quite good OS. And still very, very good, like, probably the best move in the game against Orchid into nothing as well, right? It's not a hard-coded whiff on crouching like a hitboxes thing. Yeah, there are no hard-coded whiffs on crouching in the video game, right? If you look at, like, Gran 2U will work, but it's a little small. He can do Orchid into nothing and bait it out. But Gran 2U will work, certainly. But yeah, Lariat is not... Lariat's whiffs on crouching too, but again, it's not a hard-coded thing. If you look at the hitboxes, the hitbox mod I don't have anymore. But it's like, the hitbox on Lariat is, like, dick hairs, centimeters from the hurt box of a crouching opponent, which is universal, right? It's universally, like, that high, right? When you hit a button, it extends your hurt box up, right? Now, maybe, yeah, grabs? I don't know. I don't actually know what the grab box looks like when you're crouching. I assume that the reason that Charlotta and Galleon's grabs whiff on crouching, I would assume would be a similar reason. Where their grab box is active, the throw box is going to shrink down when you crouch, probably. Or the grab box is just so high that it will never intersect with a crouching opponent. You know what I mean? Dick hairs is a unit of measurement. You kind of have to when you get that small. Make Voss stand still hit on crouch? Nope. Will Belial 2U work as it high crushes a lot? Is it Belial 2U 7 frames? Clear shot. Trick shot. Anyway, I love Guilty Gear 6P. Why not? His 2M being a low is so nice too. It's like a normal move. Or a neutral move, rather. Oh my god. On your toes, Sandal. Oh. Excuse me? Actually, no, my close cell 7 frames, but I think we should have at least clashed there. I guess I should be 2L'ing there, is the lesson. Oh, I tried to DP! What the? I fucked it up. Almost. Oh, what the? I definitely should have been dead. Perish. Your toes, Sandy! Your toes! Oh my god. Oh, right. I forgot about that as a chip option. I should have need at him. I feel more like it's if crouch fail. Maybe. Most things in this game are not hard-coded like that, though. The game functions entirely through, like, hitboxes and hurtboxes, for the most part. I'm not sure about the crouching grabs. That's one thing I haven't labbed out. So I'd have to get back to you on that. Oh, where's my 5Ls? My buttons? My buttons? Oh. Oh! Ow! I'm fucking everything up. Oh. Perish. I love you can space that outside of throw range, despite the fact that it's, like, supposed to be throw punishment. Feels a little goofy, for sure. I am DPing the Sandalphon a lot. I should probably stop right about now. More spacing traps. I fuck with it. Oh, predictable! Predictable! You say that, but grabs are hard-coded to whiff on airborne? I mean, true, but that's, like, universal fighting game shit, to be fair. I think the grab box usually just disappears. Like, it replaces the grab box with a different grab box that only gets caught by aerial grabs, right? That's throw punishment, but people don't know, so we'll take advantage. And I'm reaping all the benefits. A succulent Chinese meal. Ow, ow. Oh, right, I said yeah, right. I've had it too good for too long. I've DP'd the Sandalphon on Wake Up too many times. I'll face my reckoning. His down hit move is so goofy, he just backhands you and shoos you away. He's just kind of the GOAT in a lot of cases. Oh, I was holding down and not down back. That's unfortunate. What are his different weapons? It's the loincloth there. Like that little eagle symbol that you can see. I got into the habit of doing light DP after that. On your toes, Sandalphon. Okay. I could have killed him there, I think, actually. If I had Raging Struck. Committed the Raging Strike into, like, a U skill or something. Same jab! Right. Should have U DP'd. I am being way too belligerent on Wake Up against the Sandy, and it's a problem. He can lift me up and over anytime. I do like all the sumo stuff in his kit, for sure. The impact frames on that still look really good, too. These DLC, man, they just go crazy. Oh, I tried to knee. Yeah. I think I got it killed on a combo earlier there. Like, my Wilnas hit confirms have a long way to go. Certainly. Perish. DP. That's only fair with how much I've been DPing this Sandalphon, I think. Oh my god! His, I think that slash whiffed through the 6P. I think that's what happened there. On your toes? Never mind. Not on your toes. Oh, I tried to 6P on Wake Up. It was a bad idea. Oh, that's just a dumb thing to do. Oh, I didn't have knee! I just far-H'd in the mid-screen. Oopsie. Oops. I tried to knee and I just far-H'd him in the mid-screen. Oopsie. I did not look at my cooldown. How you just jump at people without them anti-airing you? Oh, I got anti-aired. Don't you worry. But yeah, you try to be unpredictable to the best of your ability with your neutral. It's like the real answer. You do your best to be unpredictable and hope that people they're worried about enough with all your other neutral options that they don't see the jump coming. But I get anti-aired. Wilnas 2-2H is so fast and long. Wonder how Wilnas would deal with water, Sandy. The gourd I think pops the water ball. Right? I think the gourd might pop the water ball. I don't know. I should try that. But hello, Narmaya EX. It seems like it seems like it kills every fire. It kills some U fireballs too, if I remember correctly. I saw some people talking about that. Oh, nice close age anti-air. There you go. See, I got anti-air. Isn't that shit minus? I thought that shit was minus. Maybe even punishable minus. Spacing trap? Spacing trap creep? Anyway, is she dead? Dude, she's dead. Holy fuck! Yeah. Cool. No, that's like fair, I think. That's like a fair thing for it to happen to her. That was with my back to the wall, by the way, in case you were curious. Full BP, yeah, full BP and back to the wall. No super. Why not, I guess. He probably needs it. On your toes, Narmaya. Keep your head up, girl. Keep your head up, girl. Okay. What does EX here mean? It's a second variation of Narmaya with a different set of specials and normals. Or not normals. I mean, for her case, normals. But different specials and 5U. She's not a stance swap character anymore. EX Narmaya, EX Gran, EX Djeeta got released in this patch. Hopefully they release more as time goes on. I fuck with the gourd heavy. I'm gourd maxing. Uh-oh. That was like a 10,000 damage combo that EX Narm could have done there, I think. If that Narm was locked the fuck in. I don't like that I side-swapped myself into the corner. It's not the plan. So she's dead. But how exactly? I guess just like keep it simple. Just like bonk, bonk, and then send her off screen. You just like, woo. Then it's like leave the camera entirely. Her max combo does pretty good damage, yeah. Like Shadow Selfs in 4U, I guess, yeah. I've heard people call it Mortal Kombat variations, Melty Moons, CVS grooves, kind of. Those I think are a little bit different what they changed. Insert your most familiar variation thing from a fighting game and go from there. Oh, spacing trap? I didn't even notice. On your toes, Narmaya? Never mind, never mind. You can't just mash there, it's true. This isn't gonna work. Yeah. But it scared her. That's all that matters. It scared her enough to not punish her. Dude, the 6P is so funny though, right? Like, she just like, jumps into the air, just like, boop, schmack. What do you say in the character guide? Schmack. It is a schmack. That's so funny, man. I could have killed her off that too. Like, on counter hits, you get such good conversions off that shit. Schmack. What a time to be alive. Schmack. I know I keep saying that every time. Like, every time I hit someone with Wilnas, I'm like, I think I could have killed them there. I promise you, I'm not lying. He just kill you in a lot of cases, as it turns out, right? The character just has a lot of kill power. Let's play this as the last set. It'd be nice if the new fighting game fucked around with moon styles again, but even with Melty, it was already the culmination of like 4 games worth of content. So it makes sense that it doesn't happen often. That's fair. That's fair. It is a lot of work. Even the EX characters are a lot of work. Can he do raw 236U off a 6XL counter hit? I don't think so. Oh, if it's high up. If it anti-airs, yes. Normally, no. He gets 2M. The higher up you hit them, though, the better conversions he gets. So you can go. Oh. I delayed it too much. Oh. Yeah, yeah. The conversions off of the U Hadron Smash do vary a lot based on whether or not, like, how high up you hit them. Oh, I didn't have Brave points to convert it with. It's okay. On your toes, Grimnir. Alright. Nino, we love you. It's true. Big fan of this Nino fellow. I will kill him, though. I will do my best to kill him, at least. On your toes, Ninu. Keep your head up. Storm. Dude, the fact that, like, the projectile killing hitbox and, like, the person killing hitbox are different hitboxes is so, like, diabolical. The fact that I can hit the Grimnir behind the tornado. Oh no. That was like a freeze frame taken seconds before disaster type shit. You know what I'm talking about? Images taken seconds before disaster. You like see Wilnas's knee in the install freeze frame. Storm. What a good musical. Yeah, like I can hit him and the tornado with the same, like it doesn't like I expected that it would have worked like if you hit the projectile it loses its hitbox, but nope. 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 On your toes, Nino. Oh, he's actually on his toes. On your toes? Oh, nice. Sometimes you do have to hand it to Isis. Stop. Stop. That's not you, knee. I made a mistake. Coming through. Oh, wow. Dude, the air untechable time on that goes a little crazy. On your toes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I thought I got him with that low. I did not get him with that low. I'm alive because of this meter penalty. Yeah. He can't even get a raging strike here. Poor guy. Poor Grom there. Whoa! He air blocked it. Fair enough. What is Nino's obsession with install? I don't know, man. He's a big fan of it, though. No, Nino, it's plus. Storm? Storm! On your toes, Nino. Keep your head up. On your toes, Nino. Keep your head up, Nino. Oh no, he's dead, people. Oh, he's so dead, people. Oh my god. It's because the H hit raw. Oh no. Because the overhead scales the combo pretty hard. How's the Willy ass? He's so fun. Storm. Oh, I'm not quite full screen. Wanda hoy! Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, the aerial seal dash is kind of a pain. Or Wilnas, considering his frame data. On your toes, Ninu gets side swapped into the corner and away from your seals. In the cuck chair, watching your seals get fucked by someone else. Oh, keep your head up, Ninu. He's not dead. Now he is. Why does this character have high-low? I mean... Again, in that case, I can meaty them so they hit at the same time. It's manual timing. Like, that's not even... That's a straight-up reaction check, man. Why does he have high-low? My gods. Like, I can meaty those so they hit at the same time. It's not even like a matter of fuzzing it, right? And they look the same on the wind-up. So... This character's a little evil. Ay. Yeah, his high-low both for the same animation, right? He raises his hand up. I mean, it's a little different for sure, but like, it's not like it's night and day, right? The wind-ups look almost exactly the same. I've been hit cross-continent by JHs. What is going on with these hitboxes? His hitboxes are very large, I think. They're very generous. My god. Alright, well, me when I get to press 5U anytime Wilnas does the high-low. If you have armor already. What if you don't, though? What if you don't? Oh, I don't doubt Wilnas would be popular, but Galleon is like Beatrix level. I mean, yeah, Galleon... I don't know. Do we have more people who want naked men or naked women playing the video game? I'm not sure. I think in the fighting, in the gachas, I think, run entirely by Fujos. I think the fighting game is a little bit more male-dominated, it seems like. Do you think Wilnas will get an emergency patch? A lot of people think he's busted. I don't know. I mean, right now, if anything needs an emergency patch, it's not Wilnas, it's Matera, for sure. Right? I don't think Wilnas is emergency patch level, though. Right? I think Wilnas, one of the big problems with day one Beatrix, right, was that Beatrix, aside from being incredibly strong, she was also just the easiest character in the game, right? Wilnas is pretty weird. Like, Wilnas takes some getting used to. He's very good, I think. Again, the more I play Wilnas, the more I'm like, I think he's very good. But, like, Wilnas is weird. Wilnas is not... couldn't Matera do that nutty combo in the video for several patches now? No, she couldn't do it off light butterflies. And again, you're right. She could do the U butterfly loop. When I learned that only, like, reaffirmed that it needs to be fixed now. Because that means that what used to be like a 1-frame link is a 5-frame link now. So it's a very realistic loop for her to do now. And she can set it up off, like, non-DP punishes, right? But yeah, so Wilnas I don't know if he's as good as Release Beatrix was, like, relative to the game that he comes out in. I mean, Release Beatrix was vaguely, like, top 3 to top 5. I think Wilnas is probably a little worse than that. I could very much see Wilnas as, like, I mean, in this patch currently, I could very much see him as, like, a top, like, 5, 6, 7, 8 kind of character. But also, he's not as... I don't think he's quite as simple as Beatrix was. So I don't think he's going to be, like, running rampant quite as much, right? Want to say no Release B? Again, you have to think about the fact of, yes, you're absolutely correct. Wilnas right now is way weaker than Release B was. However, again, Release B came out in a much less balanced game, right? Release B, relative to the game that she was in, was still very strong, but, like, you know. So, like, relative to the games they came out in, I think Wilnas is probably still a little weaker than Release B. I don't think he's like a top... He's definitely not a top 3 character, I don't think. Though he does, the more I play him, the more he feels like he's maybe actually very, very good. However, again, right, I don't think he's emergency patch territory, because even if he is like a top, I don't know, let's call it top 10 roughly, I think he's still weird. He's finicky. He's not everyone's cup of tea, right? Everyone could hop on and start murdering you with Beatrix immediately, right? I don't think... people forget how godlike Release B was. I think people overstate how godlike Release B was as a guy who was there. But yes, all right. But yeah, I think certainly while Wilnas might need some tuning up in the next patch, tuning down probably in the next patch, I don't think he's emergency patch territory. I think like at all, right? I don't think he's even close to warranting that conversation. I think he's just good. He's just good and strong, and he's also, again, he's a little weird and finicky, right? He's a little weird and finicky, so I don't think it's the same. Beatrix was the easiest character in the game, and also I played Ferry. She couldn't punish Release B 2-2H back then. Yeah, I mean that's Ferry being garbage before they buffed her, right? Like, yeah, that's that. Beatrix was good, but again, yeah, don't. That is not that is not an accurate way to assess her, right? Why tone him down at all? Just keep him. Let's keep unique characters, not dog shit. I don't want it to be dog shit at all. He feels, again, Avatar Belial, right? I think final verdict on Avatar Belial for now is that I think they actually may have buffed him slightly, but he's a lot less fun. So I do feel for the Ables. But like at first, when I thought that Avatar was nerfed, I was like, okay, well that's weird, right? But also, I don't think it's crazy, despite, it should be low prio, but the idea of Abel getting nerfed, despite him not even being a very good character at all, is not crazy to me because he is just kind of a toxic character design. There are characters that can be mid-tier and still bullshit, right? So I'm not even saying that, like, oh, Wilnas is top 3, therefore he might need some tuning down. We can give Wilnas a fuck. If Wilnas turns out, if I'm wrong and Wilnas isn't that good, we can give Wilnas some fucking compensation buffs or something. But I do think that some things about him feel like they don't really fit. Like, it feels like he's ignorant in ways maybe he shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Yeah, like the camera Oki is a bit of a... I'm not gonna lie to you. Feels a little interesting. Him having a meterless DP, right? Like things... So, Hadron being, like, as unpunishable as it is, even if he wasn't a top tier, it's not that I want to make him dog shit. This is my character. Like, I'm gonna play this guy alongside Ladiva now, right? But it's more so that I'm like, if he's doing stuff that is just, like, kind of stupid, like he's doing stuff that's kind of belligerent and stupid, that a character of his archetype probably shouldn't be, then it's at least worth taking a look into. Now, I'm not going to stamp my foot down and go remove his meterless DP tomorrow. I'm just saying, when people say, why is this character a meterless DP? I don't go, you know, if Hadron, you may as well remove him. Really? I want to give you the opportunity, like, is that your genuine opinion? You think if Light Hadron was, like, actually punishable by good moves on block instead of being a spacing trap option, then Wilnas was removed from the game? I understand it's, like, very, like, it's very, people like to, like, in a short message, you will exaggerate things a lot. You really think that if Hadron was punishable on blocks, so Wilnas had to actually hit confirm it, he would be removed from the game? That is your genuine, honest opinion on Wilnas. Because... is that the kick? It's the punch. Because, like, I know I'm, like, putting you on the spot, but that's, like, a really... Really? That's, like, the fourth thing about... Like, that's not, like... I don't know. A free DP makes no sense when he also has 6P? Sure. Again, like, I can see the arguments for it. I'm not even saying we need to nerf this guy immediately. I'm saying, like, I understand why people say that, right? I don't know. I think that's a crazy take. I think it's, like, it's... Again, at the same... Like... man, like, I don't want to... It's so hard to ever, like, share an opinion with people in the FGC because everyone's a fucking psycho. You know what I mean? Like, if I go, maybe Wilnas needs some nerfs, people are like, you know, people are talking about emergency patching him like he's breaking the game. Not everyone, but some people, right? And it seems insane to me. Yup, what you call neutral skip's not even real. You can spot dodge or DP it on reaction. You can DP on reaction. Spot dodge will often lose. Hadron is generally the thing that forces respect that enables the rest of his kit IMO. No, right? I don't think so. Right? The idea that Hadron is like, if Hadron is safe on block and therefore Wilnas gets to, I don't think so. I disagree strongly, right? The knee, you can DP it on reaction, certainly, right? It's just like Sora's Punch. You can DP Sora's Punch on reaction. That is still a real neutral skip move, right? Because it is still a reaction check. And the spot dodge on H, M, you can spot dodge, certainly. H does not have a lot of recovery. And if you spot dodge, and it's often still Wilnas' turn, unless you're very, very early on the spot dodge, in which case you're doing it preemptively, right? And again, he's not a rushdown character. He's a neutral character. So why would, like, him having a neutral skip is like cherry on top. This is not a rushdown character, right? So like, no, but my point is, I don't know. Wilnas feels good to me. I don't think we need to emergency patch him, and I don't think that giving him any nerf breaks the character in half, right? Can we talk like I don't know, we talk like people, like, you know what I mean? It's a safe pressure ender, if anything. He doesn't, half his fucking shit is plus on block. He doesn't need a safe pressure ender, right? A lot of the time, Wilnas has bigger buttons than your character. His safe pressure ender is being -3, like, outside of that, you know? You're not punishing Seox Eureka? Well, I mean, Seox Eureka is throw punishable in the corner, but I don't know, man. He's good. He's good. I think he's good. I don't know exactly how good he is. Some things on him might be, like, more belligerent than he should be allowed to be, but even then, you know, it's hard to DP Wilnas on reaction on the if he's in Footsie's range. Yes, absolutely. Same reason that Sora's dash punch still works, right? It's much easier to do it from full screen, but, like, the fact that he can even full screen neutral skip is good for a mid-range Footsie's character in the first place, right? So I don't know, man. Also, the idea that, like, 6-6P does not, like, you don't have to respect him because of the existence of like a Guilty Gear 6P or giant buttons to do 10k when he hits you with them, or like 17 different frame traps, something like that, right? I'm not even saying like we need to nerf Hadron immediately. It just feels a little like it feels a little sensational to me to go, if Hadron became punishable on block consistently, you remove Wilnas from the video game, right? That feels sensational to me. 2-2x is the egregious part. The high-low mix feels really funny, but again, that is not as good as it looks right now. A lot of the times that is fuzzyable, fuzzy mashable, fuzzy high-lowable, but he does have setups where it isn't, right? And he gets a shit ton of reward off of it, and the low is plus on block, and the high is safe, like, almost all the time, right? You can space it out to be outside of throw range, so. But yeah, fellas, that is going to do it for me, I think. Fun day, though. Theorizing about EX characters, and then also playing some. I'll always be happy playing some more Wilnas. I didn't mean to, like, pop off on that guy a little bit, by the way. Just, like, the talks, it was a little bit of whiplash of, like, one person asking if we need to emergency patch Wilnas into one person saying if we give Wilnas this, like, maybe very reasonable nerf, you remove him from the video game. I just kind of I was like, what are we doing? It was not. I think it was Slaith was his name. That's not on him, and I apologize if I kind of, like, cracked at him for no reason there. But yeah, I was just like, I got kind of whiplash of like, huh? The character is not emergency patch worthy, but he's also definitely not, like, so fragile that one nerf would remove him from the video game, right? I don't think. I mean, there are very few characters that are that much of a house of cards. Unless that nerf is, like, gigantic. Like, I guess you want to make, like, oh, like, what if Grimnir's seal dashes were, you know, heavy punishable on block or something. But I'm glad Wilnas is your second character. Me too, man. I finally, you know, the DLCs have been cool. Galleon was close, but she's not quite what I'm here for. Oh my god, dude, look at that battle. Oh, Jesus fucking. You know, I'm gonna leave us on this. I'm gonna leave you guys on this beautiful piece of art right here. Remove Soul Forge from Voss, remove for the video game? Yeah. This is goddamn. I'm gonna holy mother of breasts. Yeah, I'm glad you said what we were all thinking. He's just your secondary. I mean, I will never drop Leva. You can't make me do it. But Wilnas, with the new fresh coat of paint on him, I think Wilnas probably is actually the most fun I'm having with the game right now. Eventually, it'll settle out, right? Him and Lediva will be kind of together, but yeah, Lediva is. They can never make me hate you, Lediva. I will never, ever drop Lediva. But yeah, fellas, I'm gonna end the stream on YouTube. I'll find someone to raid on Twitch. Saturday, remember, is sub-only Saturdays, so probably playing a little bit more of the Haunts game, I think. And then Sunday, we'll be doing Percival to Master, which I thought would be a lot harder this patch, but it looks like they maybe buffed his ass. So that should be nice and easy. Have a wonderful day, YouTube.